Agony.
Aw.
Awa.
Aw.
Time to alert the besties. Oh my god.
You die.
I'm dying in real life. Teehee. What is going on? It hates me. Twitch.tv hates me with all of its life.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay.
I think it hates everyone.
No,
Twitch is an evil website.
It would never hate me.
Yes.
I'm just a little birthday boy.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
And it's your birthday?
It isn't my birthday, but okay. Sent the thing out for the besties. Okay. Wait, no. I need to keep my phone on so I can see if the stream is dying. Okay. Okay. I've never had an ADHD in my life.
Never, not a single one, let alone 80. Never, not a single
Oh no,
one,
it's looping!
Never, not a
Oh
single
no, what is happening?
Never, not a
No,
what
is happening? No! Hello, Remy. Oh my god.
Hi, Remy.
That loop was so bad. It was because it started playing in my browser and it was really bad. Okay.
I don't know what you heard. I have your stream muted.
Good. It kept looping something that we started saying and I didn't know what was going on and I panicked.
Oh.
Hopefully this isn't extremely loud, but usually it is when you just load in a game. So just a little noise warning. Infinite Hoon. English.
No, don't play in English.
Don't. Oh, that's so loud. Content warning. Blood, gore, violence, and strong language. Oh, it's so loud. It's so loud. It's so... Please, for the love of God. Menu. Oh. Thank God. Yeah, I know. It's not pulled up yet. Okay. Is that a good sound volume?
Who are you asking?
Anyone that can hear the stream. It's a good sound volume now? Okay, cool. There we go. Cool.
I would like to see the game on Discord.
Okay, I will stream it on Discord. You were censored? Who censored you? Let me check. Lol, LMAO. What did you say, Moss? I don't have it pulled up in a way that I can see.
It doesn't seem like AutoMod caught anything.
Huh. Well then, die by my blade. Simply die by my blade. Check out my new model. It does more. You just shouted my name? Ah. Censored in real time. Okay. Do. Gotta stream to Discord. There we go. I'm not spinning, I just have more range of motion. And it got a funny little... Okay. No more ADHD. The music sounds... I'm gonna turn down the background music a slight bit more. Just because it is still loud for me. Welcome to Bad End Theater. On this stage, we shall be toying with fate. I love games like this. You will make many choices, unlocking... Oh, shoot! What?
What did you...
What did I do? Okay. ADHD canceled. I wish I could cancel my subscription to ADHD. You will make many choices, unlocking darker and darker paths, all in order to witness a lovely variety of tragic events. So, a warning for blood, gore, and violence. I should add that to the thing. Oh, shoot. Oh, no! Whoops. Whoops.
Bonk. Bonk.
Blood, gore, and violence. And I think language, but most people don't have too bad of an issue with language.
I mean, is it going to be...
I don't know how strong...
I am probably going to be swearing.
Yeah, exactly.
I was going to say we.
I do not.
But not you.
I do not hurt. Okay. Making a call-out post for ADHD on Twitter.com. Can you say that? Bro, that's so messed up. You can say that word, but that's so messed up. French? French? Okay. No speaking French in my chat. I'll kill you on sight. But first, allow me to explain how it works. In the beginning of the tutorial, select whichever doll you like. You are the human doll or the demon doll. What doll do we want, besties?
I don't care. I want to see Funny Demon.
I also want to see Funny Demon. French is the baddest of words. Content warning, language French. Okay. Funny Demon doll. It will be. You control the demon doll. You're a fierce-looking guy, just minding your own business.
Just like you, Cal.
Just like me for real. How will you interact with the human doll? Attack! Wicked!
Ew.
Do we want to kill immediately? Do we want to...
I mean, it's called Bad End Theater for a reason. Okay. If we couldn't do a little kill.
You kill the human doll in cold blood! How ruthless. You found your very first bad ending, but don't worry. The story need not end here. Let's reset the stage and try again. This time, try controlling the other doll. You are the human doll. You control the human doll. You're a friendly little guy, just minding your own business. How will you interact with the demon doll? Attack! Kill! You both attack each other at once and achieve the worst possible outcome. What an excellent bad ending! Made possible by your decisions. You'll do well in this theater. Now that you know how the story goes, you can set the doll's behavior in advance. As you just saw, these behaviors will automatically be set to what you choose during your last playthrough. But now you can turn each one on or off without having to replay from that doll's perspective. Yes, my theater actually doubles as a puzzle game. I hate puzzle games.
I love puzzle games.
Now try turning the doll's behaviors on and off and see the different outcomes. Hostile and wicked. No. You are the demon. You control the demon. You're okay. How do you interact with human doll? Play nice. Yay! Even the human doll are able to set aside your differences and become besties. End tutorial. I'm done. Do you understand how to play? Yeah, get it. This game saves your progress automatically, so just relax and collect all the bad endings at your own pace. Now, without further ado, let's start the show. Cal, when he has to think. Huh?
This voice is somewhere between like Drosselmeyer Princess Tutu and your Habit voice. Very fun.
Yes! Okay. Maidenless.
Maiden.
Maidenless. Maiden. Okay. Who do we want to be first? I feel like this funny little guy has Theo energy.
Kill.
Kill.
This
You-
the little guy.
Okay. You are a demon underling in service of the Overlord. You aren't particularly strong, but not particularly weak either. That's what your friends tell you. Your job is to guard the castle and keep humans away. It's unbearably boring. Heroes rarely come all the way here to challenge the Overlord anyway. It's a lot standing in one place, staring into nothing. You feel like you're going to go crazy if you don't get a break. You decide to ask the Overlord for a day off. She gives you an earful about responsibility and unquestioning obedience. You wait for her to finish her lecture before returning to your post. What does she know about anything? Who made her the boss of everyone? You complain about the Overlord to your friends. They agree that she's kind of a snob, but totally deserves to be kicked off her throne. You only wanted to vent your frustrations, but the conversation somehow turned into an assassination plot. You should probably steer this in a responsible direction.
Kill the monarchy.
Oh my god, but
Cal the monarchy.
okay. But the funny guy's gonna die. Should I do a different voice for each character, or should I just stick with the fruity little Drosselmeyer Habit voice?
I feel like the fruity little voice is good because it reads as more of like, none of this really feels like dialogue, it's more just narration.
True. Rip to shred! Okay, British boy. Alright. No, you're sick of this Overlord holding you and your friends back. You agree that it's time for a change of management. Your friends suggest maybe you should be the new Overlord. You like the sound of that. Your annoyance, you announce your first act of rebellion and take that day off you wanted. Your friends aren't very impressed. You assure them you'll talk more about the assassination thing when you're back, which satisfies them. You sneak out of the castle to have some fun. The change of atmosphere excites you. You spend some time rolling around in the grass, wild and free. As you make your way along the path to the nearby human village, you encounter a maiden! She seems very frightened and screams for a hero to come save her. You consider your options. Now! Stop yelling. Oh my god, they're besties! When the maiden realizes you're not going to hurt her, she regains her composure. Now she's started talking to you like you're friends or something. You don't understand humans at all. You speak the same language, of course, which has always confused you, because why is there conveniently only one language in the world? If demons and humans have independent societies, wouldn't it make sense for them to each have their own language? The maiden is going on and on about some kind of destiny she's trying to fulfill. The bottom line, from what you gather, is that she wants you to take her to the Overlord. Sounds like it would be interesting. Besides, you have nothing better to do. Satisfied with your day out, you take the maiden back to the castle and present her to the Overlord. The Overlord asks where you found this maiden, knowing full well you left the castle when you weren't supposed to. You apologize for disobeying her, but hope that the maiden is an interesting enough present that you may be forgiven. The Overlord nods and says everything's cool as long as you always listen to her from now on. You're impressed with what an easygoing boss she is. You mention how you can't believe you and your friends were even considering overthrowing her. You are going to die, little man. She gives you a look and says, and you say, that was just a joke, of course. She smiles and dismisses you. You decide it's about time for a nap. After a few hours of sleep, you're rudely awakened by the sounds of battle. You emerge from your room to find a hero has slaughtered many of your friends and work associates. What a jerk! What do we want to do? Women who are going to kill you in your sleep. Yeah. Epic woman moment. What do we want to do, besties? Do we want to die? Or do we want to run? What should we do with the funny little guy?
I like the funny little guy. I don't want him to die yet.
Okay, we'll save ourselves. You look around at the lifeless forms of those who you've known as far back as you can remember. You feel glad to be not in their shoes. You also feel guilty thinking about that as you flee the castle, until you remember your role, not as an underling, but as a demon. This kind of thing is expected from you. Maybe you'll start a new life far, far away from any humans or demons. Whether you'll live peacefully, alone, in some deep dark forest somewhere. Deserter underling end! Okay, reset the stage. Hungry and disloyal. Okay. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. Oh, okay. I see how this goes. Alright. Who do we want to do next?
I don't know.
We've already seen a bit of the maiden. So, do you want the hero or the overlord?
Funny women.
Funny women?
Funny women.
OMG, hi!
I like funny women.
I'm getting the spray bottle! You're the one having the woman moment now! You are the overlord. You live in a castle surrounded by your demon servants. It's a pretty cushy life, you think. Except for those pesky humans who keep killing members of your army. There's even a role called Hero, whose whole purpose in life is just to dethrone you. What's their deal anyway? You've actively avoided pissing off the humans in hopes they'll leave you alone, or you and your army alone, but they never do. Women aren't real? Okay, gay boy.
Women are real. Fuck you.
Women are real, apparently. Hell yeah. You're still new to this whole overlord thing, and you're being quite honest with yourself. If you're being quite honest with yourself, you don't really understand the politics of it. But you remind yourself everyone is doing their best to fulfill their roles. You won't let them bait you into being the evil overlord they expect. You think you're pretty cool and mature to hold yourself to a higher standard like that. One of your underlings walks into your room, totally interrupting your thoughts about how awesome you are. They say something about how boring it is to stand in one place guarding the castle all the time, especially since no one ever comes here anyway. You see their point, but the way they're whining about it kind of bothers you. What to do with this underling? Okay, you're American, you're already not real? Oh no. Oh no. My reality is being shattered.
Kill.
No. Kill? Okay, do we wanna tell them to get back to work or grant them the day off? Do we wanna have an epic woman moment?
Any woman moment is an epic woman moment.
Okay, I'm gonna grant the funny little guy the day off.
So true.
You tell them to take a break from, stifling the castle atmosphere and refresh their dark soul. A day off should be fine every once in a while. They thank you and happily scurry off to do who knows what. You have nothing better to do today, so you decide to nap for a little while. Being Overlord sure is great. Woman moment of taking nap. I would prefer not to think I'm British. Being British is a state of mind. You awake to a knock on your door. The underling from earlier brought some company. Oh, I now know the voice that I've been harnessing is the narrator for Princess Tutu, not Drosselmeyer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Drosselmeyer's a little bit more fruity. Horrible man.
The whole game is just very Drosselmeyer.
Yeah, which is why I'm like, yes. It's a maiden from the nearby human village. She says her role is to be captured by you. The maiden then goes to say she's been getting very impatient thinking about her impending capture, so she's come here to speed things along. You appreciate her honesty, but regret to inform her that you never had any plans to capture any humans. She seems very disappointed by this. Perhaps I'm not performing my role well enough. How can I become more maiden-like? You don't really understand the question. You think this world puts way too much focus on destiny and junk. Just go home and stop worrying about it, you tell her. Maiden seems to be having a hard time wrapping her head around this. She insists that she stay and talk to you more. You feel warm inside as she looks into your eyes. This is the first time a human has looked at you without contempt. Are they about a gay kiss? You wonder what to say. Tell her she better go home. I want them to have a gay little party.
I also want them to have a gay little party.
You can't bring yourself to send this maiden away. She just got here. You enjoy a nice long chat with her, sharing stories about your kind. She expresses her surprise that demons are not at all what she expected them to be. You're glad that she seems to have an open mind about these kind of things. You also bring up how you always instruct your army to avoid humans as not to agitate them and get heroes sent out after you. That explains why people in my village have been left unharmed. Is it because of your order? It's because of your orders, isn't it? We are very grateful. You're surprised to hear her thank you. You've always thought humans to be violent and unreasonable. That's why your servants are always getting killed despite your efforts to leave them alone. But this maiden is different. You're going to gay kiss! You joke that maybe you've been lying to her this whole time, but that you were actually super evil all along. The maiden laughs at that, saying she wouldn't mind being held captive here. The people in her village are a little exhausting at times, she says. Okay, gay people. You can't tell if she's into you or not. You notice the sound of battle having started ringing through your castle halls. The maiden is getting nervous, but you reassure her that it's only your underlings roughhousing. No big deal. You know it's probably a hero, but you don't want to upset the maiden by telling her that. Your army will take care of it. It isn't long before the hero bursts into your room. I did just try and okay gay boy a lesbian. But I then realized my mistake. But he shouldn't have made it here. Why didn't they stop him? The hero just stands there unsure of himself. He's covered in demon blood. As the maiden speaks to him, trying to explain the situation, you move past the hero and out the door. You're not thinking clearly. You see your servants' bodies in pieces all strewn about your castle. Has really taken it out of you. That hero did this? There's so much blood. Why? Why did he come for the maiden? Did he think she needed rescuing? There was no one for this hero to save here. There was never any harm meant to anyone. You were just talking to her. Why has it turned out like this? The hero starts babbling insecure apologies and excuses, realizing his wrongdoing. But you are far beyond hearing that kind of, one second. Whoops. There we go.
What? It was loud.
Oh, let me... Can I turn it down? Is that better?
Oh, no, it's fine.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
good.
You have had it with these humans always murdering your servants for no reason. You can no longer hold yourself back and lash out at the hero. Kill! When you regain control, there's nothing left to the hero, or left of the hero. The maiden has fled in terror. You are alone. Wrathful Overlord and...
That's so.
That's so... Should we play as the
Overlord
hero
and
or the
we're trying to
maiden?
be a...
Huh?
I don't know.
Do. What is this? Oh, it shows all the endings you can get.
Oh, gee.
Do. You are a maiden. Maiden full.
Maiden. Haha, maiden.
Haha, maiden. Okay, do we want to play the hero or the maiden now? Do.
I don't know.
Do you want to be the gay girl or gay boy? The two genders.
I mean, I'm a gay boy.
I'm also a gay boy. Let's go with the hero. You are the hero. You like to think of yourself as a pretty reliable and swell guy. Your life has been rather ordinary, aside from the occasional heroic adventures, fighting evil monsters and whatnot. You are told a maiden from your village has been kidnapped, and is likely being held captive at the nearby demon overlord's castle. Who even puts a village right next to where an entire demon army hangs out? You don't get it. This is like Princess Tutu just for real. I love it.
Yeah.
You're happy to protect the townspeople, though. You were born to play this role. You head off on your adventure to rescue the maiden. But demon soldiers block your path. You could kill them to gain experience. Flee like a coward.
Flee like a coward. Do it. Be a coward.
Forgetting your bride, you escape with your life. But you can't return home now. Your reputation will be ruined. You wonder how you'd ever be able to rescue that maiden all on your own if you can't even fight some lousy demon underlings. You take your chances at the castle. You're a hero after all. This is your job. After a long trek, you make it to the castle's front gates. You are faced with an army of demons that look very intimidating. OMG, hi. OMG. There's no way to sneak.
Hiding?
Don't worry about it. There's no way to sneak past these monsters if you want to reach the Overlord. Ask if they'll let you in. You go up to the nearest demon and explain why you've come here. They stare down at you and you feel very uncomfortable. But they seem to trust you and escort you directly to the Overlord's chambers. That was easy. The Overlord and the maiden seem to be in the middle of some casual conversation when you barge in. You all look at each other in surprise and confusion. There's no time to hesitate. No! The maiden explains that she was never actually captured and that she came here of her own volition. That was a pretty dangerous thing of her to do. But no one got hurt, so at least there's that. You ask her to return to town with you to reassure everyone of her safety. The Overlord allows the two of you to leave, and you casually exit the castle. You try to make conversation with the maiden, but she's been pretty quiet since leaving the Overlord's room. Is she shy? She suddenly stops in her tracks, and you turn your head to ask what the deal is. Oh, the Overlord's castle is engulfed in flames. You can't help but feel relieved that you got the maiden out of there when you did, but She suddenly takes off towards the burning castle. Panic sets in and you follow to try to stop her. The smoke is so thick you've already lost sight of her. What is she thinking? It's too dangerous to continue. You feel hopeless. You stand alone at the castle gates. Your body won't allow you to take another step forward. No, going in there would be suicide. You return to the villagers and tell them there was nothing you could do. You were too late. The maiden was claimed by the demons. Bystander, hero, and B. There's two?
Two of them?
Two of them?
Two of them?
Oh, it automatically set the diplomat. I want that. I want that to be set. I don't want that to not be set right now. Okay, let's do the maiden path. You are a maiden. You live in a peaceful village next to the spooky demon overlord's castle. You are told that you are fated to be captured by the overlord one day because you are a beautiful young girl. Demon overlords apparently love capturing those. You think of how you haven't heard of that actually happening to anyone, but maybe the demons just haven't been given the opportunity? Who knows? You are in church! Maiden, become religious! You pray to your god, asking why you've been born into this role of maiden. You respect the divine plan and all, but you really are just curious as to what the point of it is. You are impatient.
Oh man, if only I weren't a maiden. Kind of transgender.
I want her to transgender. That'd be great.
No longer maiden.
No, maidenless.
Maiden?
Maiden has become Catholic. Okay. Meeting a demon actually sounds pretty gosh darn exciting. Maybe you understand your role better if you were just to hurry up and get captured already. You leave a note and venture forth to find a demon, just to, you know, see what happens. Not long into your little adventure, a demon underling appears before you. It looks pretty scary. Introduce yourself. You tell the demon your name and explain that you're a maiden from the village. You tell them that you were thinking maybe you could understand the role better if you were trying to hurry up and get taken away by a demon already. The demon doesn't seem to really be listening to you, which is a little irritating. Wait, what were you saying, Theo?
They them demon?
They them demon? Hell yeah. Yo, this demon got no Benny.
Just like me for real.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god, they're so cute. They agree to take you to their master nonetheless. They're so cute. After a long walk to the castle, you are introduced to the overlord. You explain why you've come, and she squints at you. It turns out she never had any plans to capture maidens or do anything else that would agitate the humans. You wonder for a moment if she might be lying, but it doesn't really seem like that, or like it. Still, this doesn't make any sense to you. You've always been told that demons would one day seek you out, and that something awful would happen. Then a hero would come to your rescue. You don't want to believe that you've been lied to all along. Maybe it's just that you haven't been maiden-like enough. Maidenless. You ask the overlord what you should do to be a more suitable maiden, but she doesn't seem to understand. She thinks you're maidenful. Just go home and stop worrying about destiny so much. She makes it sound so simple. This overlord seems like the complete opposite of you. You want to learn more about her and how she thinks. You insist on staying to talk with her more. The overlord shares many stories about demons with you, and little by little you realize they might not be the ruthless monsters you were raised to believe. It turns out she commanded her demons to avoid towns and villages. She didn't want to risk giving the humans any excuse to send a hero out after them. Oh no, she has internalized transphobia. You realize that must be why you've never heard of any demons attacking your town. You express your gratitude to the overlord on behalf of your village. She says you can thank her by telling the humans to stop raising heroes. She's tired of our servants getting killed off by them. You've always thought demons were violent and unreasonable creatures, but it seems the Overlord could say the same of humans. You may be different, but really they are just trying to live their lives the same as you. You feel like you're starting to understand things a lot better. But maybe everything I've said was to deceive you, But maybe everything I've said was to deceive you and the other humans. What would you do if I turned out to be super evil all along? Even if she were to capture you now, you think this place is far more interesting than the way things were back home. You kind of like not being told to expect demons to come after you all the time. You feel free. Honestly, you've always kept to yourself, but spending time with this Overlord has been very nice. You feel butterflies in your stomach. Gay rights!
Woo!
There he is!
He's just a funny guy.
I love his stance. As you think that, a hero enters the room. Look at this dude. You're surprised to see him at first until you realize he must have been sent to retrieve you. Confused, the hero asks what's going on. You explain the situation, reassuring him that you were never in any danger. The hero expresses his relief that this whole misunderstanding hadn't led to any horrible consequences. You apologize for causing trouble, but really, didn't anyone read the note you left? Jeez. The hero asks if you'll return to the village with him to give everyone the news of your safety. The Overlord allows the two of you to leave, and you give her a little wave as you exit the room. You'll be back soon.
Does a gay little wave.
Does a gay little wave. You're about halfway to the village when you feel something is off. Unable to shake your concern, you look back over your shoulder. You stop in your tracks. The castle's engulfed in flames. Is the Overlord alright? You can't return to the village like this. You have to know. You have to be sure everyone is safe. You've already taken off before the hero can even think of stopping you. You scan the fleeing demons, but the Overlord isn't among them. Against your better judgment, you rush into the burning castle to find her. You quickly reach the Overlord's room, but the door is shut tight. The handle is too hot to touch. You're too weak to force it open. You pound your fists against the door helplessly. What were you thinking? This is all because you have forgotten your role. Only a hero could pull this kind of thing off. You start to cough. The smoke is too thick. You can hardly breathe. You realize you hadn't got much time left now. You desperately head towards the stairs to save yourself. But the fire spread faster than you expected. You won't make it You won't make it outside. You can't help but laugh. What a joke. A maiden saving the Overlord? If you just stayed true to your role, things wouldn't have ended like this. This is exactly the kind of punishment you deserve. Oh my god, she's getting stricken down by God!
This is just like Princess Tutu for real.
This is just like Princess Tutu, oh my gosh. You let the demon fire cleanse your rotten soul. Oh my, she's having some religious issues, man. Selfless maiden and bee. I think what we need to... Polite. It's the maiden immediately. Okay, what do we want? What setup do we want now?
Okay.
I could set it so that all the top options are selected. And see what happens.
Just like mix and match randomly.
Yeah, I mean there's 41 endings.
There are 41 endings.
Mm-hmm. Okay, who do we want to play now with this setup? She is going to get eated.
That's so fucked up.
Yeah.
Okay, well if she is going to get eated, then she would probably be the fastest one.
Yeah. You are a maiden. You're a fated capture. We already saw this. She gets bored with her life. She leaves. Good for her, TBH. Demon underling. What if we have her introduce herself and she just gets caught? You tell the demon your name, and then he gets you! The demon suddenly jumps you and starts biting a lot. How painful. This plan of yours is completely stupid, you think. Why couldn't you have been more patient? Why did you go looking for trouble? You aren't angry or anything, of course. This is all your fault for trusting a demon not to devour you on sight. This is your punishment for questioning fate, you guess. Bit by bit you are swallowed by the demon until you are no more. She dead it.
She's consumed, maiden.
Consumed maiden.
You fucking consumed her.
Uh-huh. Okay, what should we keep the same setup or should we do something different?
I don't know.
I think we should go with the same setup but go from the underling's perspective.
Uh-huh. See what happens.
Yes.
From the other side of the eat thing.
Yes. Because I'm pretty sure it'll be a different outcome. It's not, because we didn't select disloyal.
How we haven't... We didn't read
shoot.
the disloyal thing.
Oh no! Well, we have to go back that way anyway at some
that's
point.
True. That's
so,
true.
Yeah.
We gotta do it again.
The change of atmosphere excites you. You spend some time rolling around in the grass, wild and free. Look at him go! Look at them go! As you make your way along the path in a nearby human village, you encounter a maiden. She greets you and says a favor to ask. You consider your options. Kill. The maidens aren't the best meal, but you figure you should live up to your demon name and strike back against humans. You start devouring the maiden without so much as a second thought and feel quite proud of that. Oh god! Other humans would surely praise you with curses if they were around to see. Oh man, if only somebody or someone could have been watching. Time to find an audience for your evil deeds. You wander into the nearby village. People are screaming and running away, throwing rocks at you and whatnot. You think that's pretty rude of them. You haven't done anything yet. Oh no!
Yet.
Oh no! What do we want to do?
I want to be a little fucked up and evil, Cal.
Okay. Oh my god! You attack
He's
the
old
nearest.
and weak.
He's. Oh, the funny little guy. You attack the nearest human. He is old and weak, and his bones crunch delightfully. Your audience's screams grow louder. Applause. You think, hey, this is actually pretty fun. I should have taken revenge like this a lot sooner. As you continue your bloodthirsty dance, striking the villagers down, you fail to notice a sword-wielding hero running towards you. He takes you out in one swift blow. You're just a demon underling after all. As you die, you think, that was totally worth it. The curtain closes. Performer underling end. Okay. Do we want to do that route, but do a different option?
We can. It's
For,
up to you.
like, running away from the village?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay.
And actually read the thing this time.
Yeah. Let's not. You tell your friends who are totally not serious about this whole thing. You're actually cool with the status quo. After all, life must be pretty dang good if the only thing you have to complain about is that you live so comfortably and there's nothing to do. The others nod, but don't seem convinced. You say a coup d'etat would be more effort than it's worth. You're still gonna rebel and sneak out of the castle. Your friends praise your mischievous ways. The change. Okay, we read this. They're rolling around. Maiden.
Rolling around
Kill.
at the speed of sound.
Okay, we already saw this. And they run over here. Change your mind and leave.
They won't fully.
He's just like, peace. Okay. You figure if people are this upset at just the sight of you, they won't fully appreciate any terrible acts you'd commit. Also, they might fight back. that probably wouldn't end well. You're just a little underling after all. You're just a little guy.
A little guy.
This little day out has been adequately refreshing. You return to the castle, thinking you'll take a nap. After a few hours of sleep, you're rudely awoken by the sounds of battle. You emerge from your room to find that a hero has slaughtered many of your friends and work associates. What a jerk. Avenge! What does this guy think he is? Coming in here and killing everyone like some maniac. What did we ever do to him? You lunge at him while he's busy driving his sword into the guard, who sometimes brought you food whenever they noticed you were feeling kind of down. You liked that guard. You wished all your demon heart for this hero to suffer for his deeds. You bite him, tearing flesh from bone. It tastes like iron. The hero struggles. You feel his sword go through you, but there is no pain, only retribution. This is great. More of your comrades pile onto him as your consciousness fades. The hero is overtaken. Your army has won. You have earned your rest. Victorious underling end. Okay. Okay. I guess we should go from the hero's perspective now. Hydrate! Oh no. Okay.
Drink a water. Threat.
Just drink some water. Epic.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
We love water.
Yeah. Let's play from the hero's perspective, I think. Because I want to see what happens. Bravely slaughter the evil creatures! You make quick work of the vile creatures who stood in your way. You feel much stronger now. After a long trek, you make it to the castle's front gates. You are faced by an army of demons that all look very intimidating. Me forcing Hoon to self-care at gunpoint. I'm sorry! I simply forget to drink sometimes. There's no way to sneak past these monsters if you want to reach the Overlord. Cut through. You gather your courage. This is what must be done in order to rescue the maiden. These are all evil demons anyway. The world is much safer with them gone. That's what you tell yourself while you kill one after another on your way to the Overlord's chambers. The Overlord appears demanding to know what the hell you're doing, murdering all her soldiers. You get straight to the point and ask her where the maiden is. She feigns ignorance, a convincing act, but you won't be fooled. If the maiden isn't here, then what happened to her? You can only see one answer. The Overlord definitely captured her. In fact, it's possible she's already been devoured. Thinking about that poor maiden's fate fills you with hatred. You fight the Overlord with everything you've got. You become strong from the hordes of demons that you took down before this final battle. The Overlord is almost no match for you. You cut her into pieces. The Overlord has fallen. You breathe a sigh of relief, but your job is not yet finished. You search the castle. Unfortunately, you find no sign of the maiden within its walls. It's just as you suspected. She must have already been devoured. You feel hollow. The great evil has been banished from this world, but what does it matter if you were too weak to save someone? You stand alone amidst the carnage and ponder what it means to be a hero. You return to the Overlord's remain and wrap her head in your cape and bring it back to the village. Surely your great victory will be celebrated. Maidenless behavior! Failed hero.
This is so Fakir Princess Tutu.
Uh-huh!
Yeah.
Uh-huh! Okay, what if we unselect Hungry for the underling, and then go with the hero route? Okay. I'm enjoying this! This is fun. I'm having a great time. Why are you yelling no, Remy? Okay. We've seen this. We already saw this. We already saw this. Okay. You find the maiden being held captive by the Overlord, just as you suspected. But for some reason, you can't sense anything sinister happening. You all look at each other in surprise and confusion. This is no time to hesitate. Okay. Destroy! You lunge forward, driving your blade through the evil Overlord. She screams, then falls silent. The Overlord has been slain. You smile, offering the maiden your hand. She takes it, after slight hesitation. She must be surprised at how strong you are. You escort the maiden home. She's oddly quiet on the trek back to the village. She must be too shy to speak. The villagers are very pleased with what a good job you've done. Slaying the Overlord and saving a hostage, they throw a huge celebration in your name. You are remembered for generations as the greatest hero the village has ever seen. Triumphant hero end. Okay. Do. Okay, what should we do now? What if we do the Overlord but with the hungry?
Yeah, I wanted to see that.
Okay, dutiful for the hero?
Yes.
And heroic? Dutiful and heroic, or just dutiful? Because heroic means that he tries to kill the Overlord. Dutiful just means that he kills all the demons.
No, dutiful is he kills the first demons, and then heroic is he kills the...
Yeah, the Overlord.
No, that's diplomatic is him not killing the Overlord.
I meant that selecting heroic means that he tries to kill the Overlord. Oh. Diplomatic means that he doesn't. Know. Yeah, because it has a little thing that says what it does at the bottom.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that. In my defense, I'm not the one playing the game, and I am playing solitaire.
True. Okay, so polite for the maiden again.
I want to see what happens if the maiden isn't polite.
Okay, non-polite maiden. Hungry and... Do we want to go tyrant or wait, antisocial isn't even going to be a thing that does anything because the maiden's going to be dead.
Yeah.
So do we want to do tyrant for...
I mean, does I don't know.
I don't think it does anything that significant if we select tyrant at this point, but... I guess we'll do it without selecting tyrant and see what happens. Women moment! OMG, women moment! You're saying something about how it's boring to stand in one place, they're saying something about how it's boring to stand in one place guarding the castle all the time, especially since no one ever comes here anyway. You see their point, but the way they're whining about it kind of bothers you. What to do with this underling? Should we just grant them the day off?
You know what? I think that would be interesting.
It'd be interesting to just let them go outside.
Yeah, let them go outside and then they eat someone and then you're like, you have to deal with the consequences.
Yeah. Okay. There they go. You take a little nap. You awake to a huge commotion outside. The hero's shown up and started totally murdering your soldiers. What the hell, guy? You rush out into the battlefield to confront this jerkwad. You curse at him and very rudely inquire his reason for doing all this. The hero yells at you, demanding you return the maiden you're holding captive. You don't know what he's talking about, and you can't forgive his actions. You do battle with the hero, but it has grown strong from cutting down your army. You are unable to defeat him. With decisive swings, he stabs and cuts you to pieces. You fall, and you have failed your subjects. You spit curses weakly. You wish you'd been stronger. Maybe you were never suited to be the Overlord in the first place. The truth was, you were never much more than, that much more powerful than the demons that served you. It was the title, the control that gave you strength. Oh, dog noises. These are your thoughts as you are consumed by darkness. Conquered Overlord. Okay. What if we redo that, but we make it so that he's not dutiful or diplomatic? Yeah. He's nothing.
Yeah.
He's nothing.
He's just some guy.
He's just some guy.
You're nothing.
You are nothing. Okay.
That's a Persona 5 dialogue. That's why I said that.
Oh, okay, gay boy. And that will be the funny little overlord again.
I've never been gay my whole life.
We can skip all this. Do we want to tell them to get back to work? Or do we want to grant them the day off again? I want to see what happens if we grant them the day off. I think they go out anyway.
They do go out anyway.
So I'll see if we can get a different outcome and redo it again.
Yeah.
OMG, hi! You are awakened by one of your underlings. A hero wishes to speak with you. He inquires about a maiden who is rumored to be here, but you've never seen her. Humans don't visit often, or ever really. As the hero takes his leave, you wonder why he totally trusted you there. Heroes traditionally kill demons. This guy seemed like he was bad at his job, in your opinion. Whatever, you're still feeling sleepy, so you go right back to your nap. You hear voices in the hall. You aren't sure how long you slept. The sound of a shutting door forces you awake. Before you know it, everything around you is being engulfed by flames. What's going on? You try to escape, but something's blocking the door. You're having trouble forcing it open. What is this? Someone didn't want you to get out. Are you being usurped? They have zero foresight. What castle will they rule from this one, or if this one burns? You don't want to believe that your underlings have betrayed you, but this is no accident, those ungrateful bastards. You choke on the black smoke from the fire. You can't believe you're being done in by a bunch of cowards. You'll see them in hell. Okay. I want to see what happens if we choose heroic without choosing dutiful.
Yeah.
With that route. Because he's gonna try and kill her, but fail. I'm gonna grant them the day off again. The hero takes his leave and wonder kill demons. Feeling sleepy. Okay. So it just does the same ending. Okay.
Huh.
That's
I want to see what happens if you do a tyrant route with disloyal.
Just those two selected?
Yeah.
Okay. From what viewpoint?
Oh, I don't know.
Do you want to be the
what I'm thinking is if you do disloyal as the underling, but then you like put off doing the whole
coup.
Yeah, yeah, because like it's implied that your friends do it anyways, even if you don't. But if you were like the one that's in charge of it, and then you don't, and you put it off, maybe it won't happen then.
So do you want to go from this perspective?
I don't know.
Or the tyrant? The overlord?
I think the tyrant.
Okay.
I think the overlord.
Tell them to get back to work. You give them a lecture about responsibility and unquestioning obedience. Your servants ought to do what they're told, whether they like it or not. They look really unhappy with you, but you're sure they will thank you for this later. Venturing too far from the castle tends to spell death. You dismiss the underling and lie down in your nice and comfortable overlord bed. All that lecturing made you want to take a nap. You fall asleep pretty quick, and just another one of your amazing talents as the overlord. You awake to a knock on your door. The underling from earlier brought back some company. You thought you told this underling to do their job, not drag strangers into your room. Looks like they took an unauthorized break away from the castle. You scold them, but ultimately you're a little interested in this guest, so you let them off easy. That underling's not so bad. It's a maiden from the nearby human village. She says her role is to be captured by you. The maiden then goes on to say that she's been getting very impatient thinking about her impending capture, so she's come here to speed things along. You appreciate her honesty, but regret to inform her that you never had any plans to capture her. Okay, disappointed. Perhaps not more maiden-like. You don't really understand the question. We already seen this. Destiny. She wants to be your bestie. Do we want to send her home, or should we let her stay? Because I don't know what happens when you don't select any of the options for the hero. Because we didn't do anything with that guy.
This is true.
And we haven't ever done the antisocial route.
I think we should do antisocial.
Okay. You'd love to have all the conversations in the world with your new friend, but having a human girl here would definitely cause trouble. You put on your mean face and tell her to get lost. But the maiden turns out to be very stubborn. You don't want to hurt her, but you really want her to leave in case something bad happens. This whole situation is just asking for trouble, you think? Against your better judgment, you let her hang out for a little while longer. You enjoy a nice long chat with her, sharing stories about your kind. She expresses surprise. Okay, we've seen this. Gay people are real. There he is. I love that sprite. It looks so funny to me for some reason.
Yeah, it's a good one.
He's just standing there. You're interrupted by another human in your doorway. This time it's a hero. He was apparently searching for the maiden, who is rumored to have been captured by your kind. Captured? Not at all. I only wanted to meet with the Overlord. Didn't anyone read the note I left behind? After everything is explained, the hero expresses his relief that the whole misunderstanding had not led to any horrible consequences. The maiden apologizes for causing trouble, and the hero asks her to return to the village with him. Confusing feelings well up inside your heart. You're surprised that you had one of those to begin with. You don't want the hero to take this maiden away from you. Ooh! What should we do?
Ooh, I don't know.
Ooh. You'll die. You'll die. If we do the possessive route, but it will fulfill the destiny. And we can't always just speed run through it again and do the let them go. Let's see what happens. So let's do the keeper here. The maiden came here to be captured by you, didn't she? You'll grant her wish. You tell the hero you won't let him take her home. The maiden assures you she'll be back, but you don't budge. The hero is cautious now. If you won't let her go, maybe you demons are evil after all. And if you are, I'll be forced to vanquish you. Oh! The girls are fighting! You have no choice. You destroy the hero before he can steal your maiden away. She is frightened. You don't understand why. Didn't she say she prefers this place to her village? Now she doesn't have to leave. You take a step towards the maiden, and she backs herself into a corner. You don't understand. Something sharp pierces your back. The hero? No, he's already. It's one of your underlings. The maiden screams. Your servant tackles you, tearing you apart with their claws. You struggle to retaliate. They've done too much damage. You can barely move now. Your blood is everywhere. You can't believe this has happened to you. Why has this happened to you? You've been slain by your own underling. Betrayed overlord and bee. Now let's do the other way. Yes.
Yeah.
Me when we get a new option. Okay. We can just deselect that for now because you can select the events while you play as the character.
Yeah.
So, do we want to do Tyrant again?
I don't know.
That's what we did last time.
It is.
Okay. The Maiden. We've seen this. They have a gay little talk. Antisocial didn't do anything. Really? Because she stayed there anyway?
Yeah.
So let's just let her stay amicably. She's built different. But there he is. Okay, you have a gay little talk. You don't want the hero to take the maiden away from you. Let them go. You're certain that she'll return to spend more time with you. You just have to trust in that, you decide. With the hero and maiden gone, you plop down into the comfort of your luxurious overlord bed. Your room feels so empty now. Is this loneliness? You hope your new friend will be back soon. You close your eyes for a while. You have almost fallen asleep when the maiden and the hero burst into your room, frantically trying to communicate something to you. You're told that a group of demons is plotting to assassinate you. You're not surprised. How nice of the humans to care, though. One of your underlings barges in next, shouting that the humans are liars. They're followed by a group of demons, crying that everything was that first underling's plan. Everyone is shouting over each other now, and it's very annoying. You yell for all of them to shut their traps. You have no doubt that your servants would let their ambition cloud their judgment, and lead them to try and take your throne. Regardless of who led this conspiracy, I have no choice but to punish everyone and keep you all in your place, crushed beneath my heel. Saying that made you feel very overlord-like. You aren't very sure that you have the strength to back it up, though. Lately, all you do is sleep. The group of demons start muttering some... What?
Just like me, for real.
Yeah. The demons start muttering about going back to Plan A and suddenly slam your door shut. You, the maiden, the hero, and one of your underlings are trapped inside. In an instant, the whole room is in flames. The underling pounds on the door, cursing at their friends for betraying them. The hero pounds on the door as well, vowing to slay the cowardly demons on the other side. So this is how you'll die. Burned alive in your own room by those you thought you could trust. You should have expected this from a bunch of idiot demons, though. You notice the maiden crying. Why does she have to die over something that has nothing to do with her? Perhaps she was cursed from the moment she spoke to you. You wonder if you're cursed as well. You're so filled with anger and frustration, you don't even notice that you've grabbed the underling whose those traitors blamed everything on. They cry for mercy, saying that they were dragged into this plot knowing they'd be killed if they took your side. They cry that they didn't want to have to kill you. You almost feel sorry for them. Oh no! What do we want to do? Do we want to kill? You want to kill?
I want to kill.
Oh my god, okay.
You don't have to kill.
We're gonna kill. Oh my god! You pierce their chest with your claws. They scream. The hero backs away. He's wise not to interfere. They stop moving. But you keep digging and twisting your claws into them. It doesn't make you feel any better. The underling's corpse burns along with you and the two humans. Oh my gosh! Spiteful overlord. Do we want to do that again? But
not do the kill?
But not kill? They're all gonna die anyway, but we might as well get the ending. We're gonna speed through all this. Get back to work. This is like MQ playing a video game.
Yeah.
Do we want to be antisocial? Or do we want to just let her stay again?
I don't think it matters.
Yeah.
If you let her stay, it's a little bit more fruity.
Yeah. Okay, let them go. Okay, you're locked in the room and you're all gonna die. Forgive them. You release the underling. Killing them wouldn't make you feel any better. Besides, they've already gotten their punishment. You all burn together. Well, that wasn't much. The Overlord's true end? That's the true end! I hate this game. Before you're taken back to reset the story once again, you pause for a moment. True end, you say to yourself? That was the point of all my effort if the true... what was the point of all my effort? Is the true ending is this terrible. Yeah, game, I hate you.
That's literally what you said.
You must have forgotten where you were. This is bad end theater. Is the pain setting in? Oh, you should have been well aware of what you'd be shown when you entered this place. It's a problem I've seen quite often. At some point, you grew attached to my little cast. You started to relate to their flaws, their plights. You started wishing for their happiness. But you aren't going to find that here in my theater, my lovingly crafted labyrinth of suffering.
It's like Princess Tutu for real.
This is literally like Princess Tutu. I love this. I hope that some of the ends are literally just you going, screw you, God. These are my puppets now.
Uh-huh.
Can you guys not? The dogs are screaming outside. Okay. Anyway, I hope you'll pardon the interruption. You're making great progress. The choice to continue on to the next ending is always yours. I'll leave it to you, dear guest. I like this game.
Yeah.
Okay, we've seen 6 out of 10 of the Overlord's endings. So let's do we want to do more of the maiden endings? Because she has 11.
Yeah, we've got like 2 more maiden options that we haven't even seen.
Oh, no, there's 4 options for everyone, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, well, we've
only had
got
1.
3 more.
Okay,
I think we should do maiden then.
Okay, so how do we want to set the other characters to be? We definitely don't want to set this funny little guy to hungry.
Definitely not hungry.
Yeah. So do we want the hero to be dutiful and heroic, or diplomatic? Because diplomatic is how we got the true end for her.
Is it?
Yeah, because... Well, no, you just don't select any of the options, and he auto goes to diplomatic, I'm pretty sure.
Huh.
Because when we didn't select anything for him, he just walked in. Don't bargain me.
That's true.
So do we want to not have any options selected for him? Or do we want dutiful and heroic so he tries to kill the Overlord?
I think that could be interesting. That could lead to interesting maiden choices.
Okay. And anything for this little guy and her?
I don't...
Or do we just want to play it through with these options?
I think we'll just play it through with these. I think this is going to get us enough new stuff.
Okay. Me when the dogs are looking directly at me. Can you guys hear them?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, I can. I don't know if stream can.
Oh, if you can hear it on my microphone, they can hear it too. So I'm gonna go close the window so they don't stare at me and decide they want to bark. I will be right back.
I can.
If they can't see me, I don't exist.
Yeah.
Okay, alright. I'm looking at something really fast. Okay, let's do this. She's this funny little dude. So, do we want to be polite, or do we want to shout?
We haven't seen what happens with a shout from her.
Okay. You yell, but a hero does not come. The demon is put off by your sudden shouting and asks you to keep it down. You apologize. They seem more confused than hostile, which totally catches you off guard. You tell the demon your name and explain that you're a maiden from the village. You tell them you were thinking maybe you could understand your role better if you were to hurry up and get taken by the demon already. Doesn't really care. Okay. You were introduced to the Overlord. When she squints at you, it turns out she never had any plans to capture maidens or to do anything that would agitate humans. Okay, we already have seen this. Okay, they're having a gay little moment. Capture you now. Feel free. The Overlord are nice. But then a hero barges into the room. His clothes are stained by a dark liquid. It's dripping from his weapon, too. You realize it must be demon blood. Something horrible has happened. The hero suddenly dashes towards the Overlord, sword drawn. Ooh!
Told you.
Ooh! If you do nothing, you die! Oh my god, okay, we're doing martyr.
You die either way.
You die either way. You selflessly throw yourself in front of the hero's blade, acting as a shield. It's funny, you think. You never could have imagined this would be the way that you'd die. The roles are all switched around, but it feels right to you somehow. You are glad your destiny turned out to be saving someone rather than being saved yourself. As your vision fades, you hope that everything turns out all right for your new friend. Okay. Do we want to do that?
This game is really a game.
This game is good. I like it a lot. Let's do that again, but we don't choose the option of martyr. Okay. We're going to be polite. We're going to do a little polite introduction. Okay. Do nothing. The hero's blade pierces the Overlord, and she lets out a horrible scream. You flinch. The Overlord is slain. The hero smiles and holds out his hand to you, saying it's time to go home. His glove is drenched in blood. Hesitantly, you take his hand. The hero guides you through the castle, past the corpse of his enemies. You try to keep your eyes at your feet. There's blood everywhere. You shut your eyes, but even then you can't escape the smell. All of this was because of you, wasn't it? You exit the castle and the hero leads you back to the village. Everyone celebrates the hero's great triumph over the demons. You feel sick, but take part in the festivities regardless. Ooh. Okay.
Cal?
Mm-hmm.
Can we see Martyr from the Overlord's perspective?
Ooh. Do we want to select anything for her, or just have it be normal?
I think just be normal.
Oh, actually, we don't have to do anything for her because you can just select things in real time.
Yeah.
So we'll just skip right through this. Grant them the day off. Maiden. They are besties. Let her stay. So they can have a little fruity conversation. It's not long before the hero bursts into your room. But he shouldn't have made it here. Why didn't they stop him? The hero just stands there unsure of himself. He's covered in demon blood. As the maiden speaks to him, trying to explain the situation, you move past the hero and out the door. You're not thinking clearly. Seeing your servant's body is in pieces strewn about your castle is really taking it out of you. That hero did this? There's so much blood. Why? Did he come for the maiden? Did he think she needed rescuing? There was no one for this hero to save. There was never any harm meant to anyone. Okay, why did it turn out like this? The maiden shouts something behind you, and you turn just in time to see her throw herself between you and the hero's blade. It pierces her chest, and she falls to the floor lifeless. As the pool of blood beneath her grows, so does your rage. This hero has taken everyone from you now. You lose control, and the hero is obliterated. But your hatred for the humans has not yet been sated. You go to destroy them all and become the ruler of the entire world. Vengeful Overlord and A. She girl bossed it up.
Yeah!
Yeah, woo! Okay, we've seen 17 out of 41 endings. Welcome back. Are you pleased with your progress so far? Okay, we could do some more of the hero or the underling, because I think both of those could lead to some interesting things. Especially the underling, since we haven't really seen much of what they would do.
Yeah, I think let's do some underling.
Yeah, let's do diplomatic for the hero so that he doesn't barge in and kill everyone.
Lucas just said something in chat.
What about the martyr from the hero's POV? Ooh. Ooh. So all we need to select is martyr.
Evil laughter.
Kill! Kill! But for some reason...
Love kill!
But for some reason, you can't sense anything sinister happening. You all look at each other in surprise and confusion. This is no time to hesitate. You lunge forward and put an end to the evil overlord. But your blade pierces the maiden instead. She has sacrificed herself to protect this demon. It takes you a moment to recover from the shock. The overlord wails, "Kill Hoon!" Why did you do that? You're not sure if the question is directed at you. The overlord strikes at you with vengeful rage. You parry and she is slain. Your sword feels heavy. You look at your hands, your clothes. Blood. So much blood. You look at the fallen maiden, wondering what to tell the townspeople. Why would she protect the overlord? She must have been brainwashed by demonic magic. You pick up the overlord's head, wrapping it in your cape. And you begin your long journey back to town. You will say that you were too late, that nothing could be done for the girl, but the overlord is slain. There will be celebration. Loyal hero end.
There will be celebration.
There will be celebration. Okay, let's do diplomatic, polite, and I think we'll just keep the overlord completely neutral.
Yeah, okay.
And then do an underling route. Okay. Funny little they-them rolling around. Okay, hear her out. You have a funny little chat, and you take her to the castle. Oh! You don't get to sleep long. Your friends wake you up. Rude. One of them is stepping on you pretty hard. You ask them what their deal is. They say they're planning a whole revolution. They're gonna get rid of the current overlord and put a new ruler in place. They want to hear if you're in or out. And being a pretty lazy underling, you of course reply with, "That sounds like a lot of trouble. How about we just skip it instead?" Your friends question your loyalty to their cause. Okay. Oh, what do we want to do? What do we want to die?
Yeah, I think we want to die.
Okay, let's die. She's actually not so bad, you guys. Your friends seem pretty disappointed. They apologize to you, but before you can ask what they're sorry about, one of them suddenly seizes you. Someone who's still loyal to the Overlord really has no place in our castle. You understand, right? Their claws tighten around your neck. You don't bother to struggle. You're outnumbered. You already know how things like this end. This is pretty messed up. This is a pretty messed up thing to do to a friend, you tell them. They slit your throat in response. Yippee!
Yippee!
Yippee! Okay. Let's do that, but we are disloyal.
Yeah.
You're out. Okay. Let's kill the Overlord. I love the little designs for them. You tell them that you were just joking, and clarify that you're totally in it to win it. They say you were always terrible with jokes. Whether or not you actually feel like killing the Overlord, you know how bad it will end up you know how bad it'd be to end up on the wrong side of things. And if this assassination deal doesn't pan out, you can always pretend you were innocent all along. But beneath your shield of faux confidence, you worry about what you're getting yourself dragged into. You allow your friends outside the castle to talk more about the plan. You're curious if they have any idea how they want to do this, or how they want to go about this. They figure they just lock her in her room and set it on fire. What a stupid plan! That could go wrong in so many ways. You realize your friends are just a bunch of directionless thugs without somebody's guidance. Or useless without somebody's guidance. Your guidance! There'd probably be casualties if you fought her head-on, and while showy deaths make a revolution a heck of a lot more fun, it's probably the wrong way to go. Your friends agree and suggest that you play the assassination. That you play the assassination. You really didn't want it to come down to this. But you can't back down now. You'll have to be the one to assassinate the Overlord. Besides, no one has any better ideas. You and your friends turn to notice a pair of humans have overheard your entire conversation. They take off into the castle. They are headed to the Overlord's room.
Fuck!
The Overlord will kill you for sure if she found out you were conspiring to take her out. You dash into the castle after the humans. Sure enough, the maiden's already frantically telling the Overlord everything. You shout that the humans are liars. Your friends soon arrive to back you up, except they don't. Instead, they blame the whole thing on you. They cry that it was all your idea and that they were going with the flow, too scared to refuse your crazy plan. You can't believe they'd tell the Overlord such a blatant lie. You always knew better than to trust them. You're the one who didn't have a choice here. They all shout at each other until the Overlord demands silence. Regardless of who led this conspiracy, I have no choice but to punish everyone to keep you all in your place, crushed beneath my heel. She sounds tough, but lately all she does is sleep. You doubt her strength. You hear your traitorous friends muttering something about going back to Plan A, and suddenly the door slams shut. You're trapped in here with the Overlord and 2 humans. And then the room bursts into flames. You pound on the door, screaming curses at those who betrayed you. The hero joins in, vowing to slay the— oh wait, she's gonna kill. She's gonna kill. The Overlord grabs you by the throat. You cry for mercy. You were forced into this mess. You're sure now that they would have killed you if you sided with her. But the Overlord doesn't hear your pleas. She drives her claws into your chest. At least she made it quick. Traitor underling end. Okay, do we want to do that but set her to merciful?
Sure.
Okay. Oh no! No! Change your mind and leave. And then we die. Okay.
No, Kel, you should have seen what happened if you had agreed with them.
Oh!
Because then maybe they wouldn't. Then the maiden and the wouldn't have like tried to warn the Overlord.
Wait! Yo! Okay. Yo! Let's go. Let's kill. Okay, and then you go back.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, let's kill the Overlord. Outside. Your friends agree. You can't back down now. You'll have to be the one to assassinate the Overlord. You sneak into the Overlord's room. She's taking a nap like usual. This is almost too easy. You silently approach your master. She looks so peaceful. Time to die!
Time to die!
You figure out the cleanest way to do this would be to dig your claws into her throat. So you just do that. She wakes up, but not in time to stop you. She watches as she chokes on her blood, cursing you before finally expiring. That felt terrible. You remind yourself it was either her or you, and you weren't about to let yourself get killed by anyone. You leave the room and find your friends waiting outside. They look pleased, only now do you realize they must have planned to use you like this from the beginning. You are the new ruler of this castle. Your subjects bow before you. You live in fear that they will one day betray you, as you had betrayed your overlord. Okay. Let's do that again. But chicken out.
Yeah.
Okay, kill. Run. Kill. Okay.
Kill, run, kill, run.
Kill, run, kill, run. And then die.
and then die.
You don't want to kill her. You can't go through with it. You turn to leave the room, but you find your friends blocking the exit. In a panicked whisper, you ask them to let you out. This seems to have been their way of testing your loyalty. You tell them it is pretty effed up and ask to be let out. Ask again to be let out. The Overlord stirs in her bed. While your head is turned, the demon shut the door. You scramble into the Overlord's closet to hide before she wakes up and sees you. There's nothing you could possibly say to explain this and survive. You're trembling, and you can't believe those assholes would bully you like this. You feel like crying. Lights flicker at your feet, but it doesn't take you to long to realize that they've set the room on fire. You hear the Overlord trying to get the door open to no avail. You're both trapped. Too afraid to move, you resign yourself to your fate. You and the Overlord burn together. Cowardly underling ending. Okay. How many? So we have 7 out of 9 of the underling endings. Ooh, there's a chart!
Timeline!
There's a flow chart!
I love flowchart!
Yes! What is this?
Escape enjoyer.
What is this? So the antisocial behavior does get you something.
Yeah.
So what exactly is that route? Ooh, there's another end over here. The flowchart. You and the flow. Ooh.
They have different flowcharts.
Yeah. Okay, Zero Escape Enjoyer.
Yeah.
I am flappy handsing at this. This is great. I love this game.
Yeah.
The hero can apologize? Wait, okay, how do we get to there? Okay. Begins the story. Kill. Finds the maiden and the Overlord is upset. And then the hero apologizes. Ooh. Okay, so do we want to go with that ending? Because that could be interesting. It doesn't look like we need any other characters to make any decisions. Disloyal. And then it comes back to the maiden. And then merciful. And then something happens there. I love this! Let's watch more and more bad endings!
Yeah, I was wondering what happened if you did disloyal with the hero. With what we just did.
Okay. So I do want to figure out this ending first because it doesn't look like it involves too many things from anyone else.
Yeah.
Because you just apologize for what you do, and I'm pretty sure she just kills.
Yeah.
So let's go and deselect all of these. Select dutiful. Or actually, we can just nothing selected and just play as the hero.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we kill. And then we kill again. And then we get here.
It's not destroy the Overlord.
Yeah. Ask the maiden what's going on. She explains that she came here on her own and was never in any danger. She hesitantly asks why you're covered in blood. You don't know how to respond. The Overlord moves past you and out the door to see her army in lifeless bloody piles. She's wailing. It's horrible. This is your chance, hero. Okay, this is all just a big misunderstanding. You hope she'll let this whole thing slide if you could just explain yourself. You really try, but the Overlord is inconsolable. She tears you apart and the maiden watches in silence. As you die, you can't help but think you probably deserve this. Okay, yes! So, let's see if we do that again. Did we already get the ending where he kills after that?
Is it a different ending, or is it just like the same as the...
No, it's
normally.
It's because you can see the flowchart thing, so if he apologizes, you get a different ending. He accepts his punishment. Tries to slay the Overlord. Okay, so we did already get that ending. Martyr, dies, disloyal. Ooh! Begins the story, flees from the demons, inside the castle without issue, reaches the Overlord's room, everything is fine, possessive from his perspective, new ending. Yes! Yeah. This is now my best friend!
Flowcharts are I love flowcharts.
I love flowchart. Okay, let's go for that ending. Because we have seen that from her perspective. We haven't seen that from his perspective, though. So let's do that. We're completely diplomatic, everything's fine, and then possessive.
We should also see that from the maiden's perspective.
Yes! I love funny little game. Okay. Flee like a coward. Ask if they'll let you in. You all look at each other in surprise and confusion. There's no time to hesitate. Ask the maiden what's going on. But the Overlord objects to this. The maiden tries to tell her that she'll come right back, but the Overlord refuses to hear it. The maiden seems nervous. As a hero, it's your job to mediate situations like these. You tell the Overlord that if she doesn't let you two go, or let the two of you go, you'll have to assume she's evil. You'll be forced to vanquish her. You leave me no choice. The Overlord pauses before suddenly jumping you. You are helpless and she disembowels you with her claws. How horrible. You came all this way only to meet this cruel fate. You should have destroyed these evil creatures while you had the chance. Your dying wish is for the maiden to somehow make it out of this alive. Naive hero end.
A terrible fate, haven't you?
A terrible fate. I love game with terrible fate. Okay. Let's see what else we can do. Do we want to do another hero route, or do we want to do another maiden route? Because we haven't seen many of the maiden endings.
I want to see possessive from the maiden.
Possessive from the maiden. There's an antisocial route, though. because we've only seen we've been playing as her a lot. We have a lot of her endings. We don't have a lot of anyone else's endings. I like how they branch. I like this. I love funny chart.
You are going to enjoy Zero Escape.
So I'm having a funny, silly time. Possessive and disloyal. Ooh.
That sounds fucked up.
Ooh. Let's watch more and more bad endings. Yes. So we need, okay, Maiden begins her story, meets the Overlord. We can have antisocial. It doesn't really make much of a difference for this. So we can just meet the Overlord. Stays with the Overlord. Diplomat. Possessive. And it goes to 2 different endings unless you have the disloyal route. Ooh. So do we want to do the disloyal one first or just the possessive?
I don't know.
I think we'll just do the possessive, diplomatic, and possessive. And then plays the maiden. You are the maiden! I like this game. Introduce yourself. Okay. You just have a funny little time. You have a gay little time. You want a gay kiss. Yes, what's going on? There's no danger. You apologize for causing trouble. The Overlord objects to the hero's suggestion. You tell her your plan, you were planning on returning soon, but she isn't having it. You feel nervous, the hero puts on a brave face for you. If you won't let her go, maybe you demons are evil after all. And if you are, I'll be forced to vanquish you. You leave me no choice. The Overlord suddenly jumps the hero, and she tears him tears him apart with her claws. You want to cry out, but the scream catches in your throat. You watch because you can't look away. Had she really been lying to you all along? You wonder, is this your punishment for questioning the divine plan?
Maiden has become Catholic.
Maiden is Catholic. The Overlord approaches you now. You back yourself into a corner. Her expression
I think the Overlord could un-Catholic her.
Yeah. She really could. Her expression is complicated. Being captured by the Overlord in a horrible way like this was your destiny after all. She vows to keep you very safe from now on. You're afraid to find out what that means, but there's no one left to save you. You belong to the Overlord now. Captured Maiden and A. So there's a different... I'm assuming the B one is if he's disloyal. Or they're disloyal. So this looks right, I think. Bad end.
Yeah.
The maiden. Disloyal. Okay, cool. Hell yeah! Oh, shoot. Okay. Okay. She doesn't want you to leave. Jumps the hero. You die. Captured by the Overlord. Ooh! But the Overlord stops, or rather, someone has stopped her. Whatever held back your scream doesn't stop you this time. The Overlord is being ripped to shreds by one of her demon underlings. You think you recognize them, but it's hard to tell with all the blood. Everyone stop moving now. The room is silent, save for the underlings' heavy breathing. You thank them for what they've done. Even though it was awful, you feel you've been rescued from a terrible fate. They look at you, confused for a moment, but then puff out their chest. You should probably go home. This place is dangerous. You follow their advice and make your way out of the castle. You decide never to leave home again for the rest of your life. Escape Maiden and B. Ooh. Okay.
This is game ever.
I like this game a lot. Ooh, and there are funny little... I'm assuming those are supposed to be the true endings, but it already said we got the true ending for her, but I don't think that's right. Or maybe it is. The true end is she burns to death. But there's another way to get to the true ending.
Yeah.
But we already got that. So what's this one? Disloyal. And then it goes down. Overlord claims the maiden diplomatic. Bad end. Heroic. From diplomatic to heroic is how you get a certain ending. Do you have a favorite ending, or is it still too early to decide? I'm assuming this is her true end. Then this is their true end. Bad end. Okay. Who do we want to play the perspective of yet? Or this time around?
I don't know.
Because... possessive... We haven't seen the overthrowing from their perspective.
Yeah, that's true.
So
we could do that.
Disloyal, diplomatic, and possessive. Polite for her, I guess. The polite really doesn't make much of a difference, but I think it's funny if she's just a little bit polite with it.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I think that's the right setting for things, so let's go with our funny little guy. Hear her out. You go back to the castle. They want to kill and maim, so you have to kill and maim. You're outside.
I love killing and maiming.
You sneak up to the Overlord's room, but there's a couple of humans in there. You watch the scene unfold. You aren't sure why, but the Overlord suddenly cuts down the hero. She approaches the maiden you brought to her earlier. With the Overlord distracted, you figure this is as good a chance as any. You launch a sneak attack, getting her right in the back. She flinches, giving you enough advantage to take her down. You rip the Overlord apart until she stops moving. This was messier than you would have liked. The maiden mutters something from the corner. Thank you for saving me. It wasn't your intention, but it sounds like you did something heroic. You tell the maiden to go home. This place is dangerous. She follows your advice and leaves the castle. Your castle. You are the new Overlord. Okay, heroic underling ending. You set the stage. Okay. What are... Ooh, there's a lot of endings we haven't seen for the hero.
That's only, like, 5, Cal.
I know, but there's not that many endings, Theo. It looks like we need to get the maiden to do something specific. So, antisocial behavior. We're gonna have to do a maiden run.
Yeah, I think we should do maiden with antisocial.
Maiden with antisocial. Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Also, there's this one, which is diplomatic and then hungry for the underling.
Ooh.
And that gives you a different ending, which I think could be fun.
Yeah.
Because that one will be pretty quick.
Yeah, we should start with that one.
Okay, cool. We just need hungry, and that's it.
Yeah.
And then we are the hero. Flee. Diplomatic. The Overlord is alone. You ask about the maiden, but the Overlord doesn't seem to know what you're talking about. Was she really never here? You wonder what could have happened to her. The Overlord says that she wishes she could help you, but you're the first human that's come here in forever, at least that she knows of. You think of how you probably shouldn't trust her, seeing as she's a demon and all, but you can't really prove she's lying either. You apologize for the intrusion and return home to your village. The maiden was never found. Okay. Useless hero ending. Maidenless.
Maidenless.
Literally. Okay. So we want to do the maiden route with the antisocial. Because that unlocks some new things for her.
Yeah.
Okay. Maiden. We just need antisocial. And that's it. Cool. Maiden. Introduce yourself. You explain why she's come and she squints. Turns out she didn't have any plans. For a moment you think she might be lying. To believe her, maiden-like. Okay. Just go home and stop worrying about destiny so much. She makes it sound so simple. This overlord seems like the complete opposite of you. You want to learn more about her and how she thinks. You insist on staying to be more like her. The overlord tells you, again, that you should get lost. How rude, you just got here. Ooh. Ooh. This is how we unlock a new thing.
Uh-huh.
You don't want to cause any trouble, so you figure it's time to go home. Along the way, you encounter a hero. He asks what you're doing. Don't you know the Overlord's castle is right there? You explain everything that happened. The hero seems to think you're lying to him. He asks if you've been brainwashed by the demons. What nerve. You are very upset the so-called hero would treat you this way, and you leave in a huff. You return to the village alone. Everyone was very worried about you. They surround you with 1,000 questions, and you tell them your story. As you explain that the Overlord never had any intentions to harm anyone here, you notice the looks of uncertainty in the crowd. People are whispering things to each other while you speak to them. You are loudly interrupted by an older man. He rudely calls you a demon sympathizer. The crowd is growing unruly. You don't understand. You only told them the truth. Did they not believe you? Everyone begins to speculate what must have actually happened. They weave elaborate lies and ask you to prove your innocence. How could you have returned without the aid of the hero, they ask. You could not have possibly escaped the Overlord on your own without harm. You must be conspiring with the demons, trying to trick everyone into believing they aren't the horrible creatures we know them to be, so they say. Have the people of your village always been this blinded by their fears and hatred of things they never cared to know? You wonder how you missed that before. You are seized by the crowd, and the voices from all sides of you are calling for public execution. You are to be burned at the stake. You don't want to die. You wonder, would it have been better to hide the truth? You don't like the thought of that. You have always lived honestly, so why has this happened? Why are you being punished? You hear the dissenting voices of your family and neighbors, but they, like you, are powerless against the momentum. They can only watch as you burn, and you can only cry for them. You are so sorry. Oh my gosh! Executed maiden end!
This game is so...
maidenless. Okay. Well, let's see what we can do with that new thing.
Uh-huh.
It looks like there's another maiden thing that pops up, but there's also another hero action that we haven't seen yet. The maiden tries to save the Overlord from the burning castle, so I'm assuming that we have to do something with the hero to try and make it so he stops him from going to... stops her from trying to go into the castle when it's burning. So we should do that from his perspective, now that we have the obedient. So we haven't done this path before, where it's antisocial, slays the demons, but we can get to that ending without killing anyone, but we haven't gone down this route, so I'm interested.
Yeah.
Okay. Obedient, antisocial, dutiful, obedient. Antisocial, and obedient, and then we just do dutiful. From the hero's perspective. Slaughter. Oh! You approach her with curiosity, and she runs away from you for some reason. Let's see the log, actually. You're on your way to the Overlord's castle. You spot the maiden heading back towards the village. She couldn't have come from the Overlord's castle, could she? This must be the exact maiden you're currently seeking to rescue. You approach her with curiosity. No! Return. And she runs from you for some reason. You wonder what that's all about, but then you remember you're covered in demon blood. Not wanting to look like you're a crazy person chasing after her or anything, you nonchalantly walk back to town. As you walk past the town square, you notice the whole village is crowded around. Is that the maiden you saw earlier? She's bound to a wooden stake. The crowd is in a frenzy. Smoke begins to rise, and you stand idly as the flames consume the maiden. She must have done something horrible to deserve that. You decide to call it a day and return to your house. But you can't escape this sinking feeling. Maybe you aren't cut out for this role. Wow. Okay. Do. So we have to get... Okay. Obedient and diplomatic. It looks like you need to... There's so many things! Okay, it looks like we have to do them sequentially. So we want to do begins the story, antisocial, flees from the demons, obedient, and then a new option. Damn, a trans girl getting burned at the stake for telling the truth. It's just like Twitter.com. This game is just Twitter.com. Hell on earth. Okay, so we need antisocial and obedient. And no killing. Flee like a coward. On your way to the Overlord's castle, you spot a maiden heading back towards the village. She couldn't have come from the Overlord's castle, could she? This may be the exact maiden you're currently seeking to rescue. You approach her with curiosity. You ask the maiden what she's doing. Doesn't she know the Overlord's castle is like right there? It's dangerous. The maiden explains that she spoke with the Overlord, and it turns out the demons never had any diabolical plans to harm the village or anyone in it. Ooh. Trusting. You have no reason to assume she's lying to you. Even though her story is kind of hard to believe, you feel you should trust her. You tell her you're pretty surprised that everyone has been wrong about the demons all along. The townspeople must be informed about this immediately. The two of you return to the village, and they have all been worried. They praise you for your bravery. But the maiden quickly sets the record straight. There was nothing she needed to be rescued from in the first place. The villagers look at you for an explanation. You politely inform them it isn't your story to tell. You merely ran into her on the way to the castle. She explains that the Overlord isn't interested in capturing maidens, or anything of that sort. The villagers turn to you again in disbelief. They aren't being subtle about how little they trust the maiden's story. You totally believe her. But to placate these fair citizens, you volunteer to speak to the demons personally, just in case. The crowd breaks into hushed whispers. You're too busy thinking what a great and reliable hero you are to hear what they're saying. The town's elder's voice breaks you out of your thoughts. He implores you to meet with the Overlord immediately, and says they'll keep an eye on the maiden until you return. You figure that sounds alright, but the mood is kind of intense for some reason. Did you miss something? You aren't sure what's going on, but you get the feeling that it might be bad to leave the maiden on her own. But then she suddenly takes running off. Wait, huh? Himbo. He's just like, wait a minute. But she suddenly takes running off.
Respects women. Stupid.
He's a little bit stupid. He's very stupid. Oh, you thought the two of you were in this together. Her actions have convinced the crowd that she's obviously been a liar and a witch from the start. People are shouting for you to hunt her and her demon friends down already. But that doesn't sound like a very heroic task. You can't help but feel these people are wrong. It's up to you to catch up to her and talk to the demons in order to clear up this misunderstanding. You valiantly dash after the maiden towards the Overlord's castle. The air becomes dark and thick as you enter deep into the demon territory. Evil miasma? No, you realize it's just normal smoke. You see the maiden ahead, but she's stopped in her tracks. The Overlord's castle engulfed in flames. You had only taken an eye off the maiden for a second, but she's already disappeared. You get closer to the castle, but the smoke is so thick now, you think of turning back. The maiden might need your help, but you can barely see. She could be impossible to find. She could have been lying to you all along. Was this a trap? Would it be worth risking your life on that chance? Your legs feel heavy. No. Going in there would be suicide. You return to the villagers and tell them there was nothing you could do. You were too late. The maiden was claimed by the demons. Okay, so we already saw that. So what do we need to do? We need to get new options from these dudes from having... Okay, we did what we needed to do to get it on a different track.
Yeah.
Yes! Okay, so we need to do something with our funny little guy to get a certain ending. But it looks like we can do something with the maiden, disloyal, another maiden thing. So let's do trusting. Oh, we don't need that. Let's go back and look at this from this perspective. So, obedient. Okay, we do need antisocial and obedient. So we play this from the maiden's perspective. Yes, I'm learning! Explain when she comes, she believes you, you talk, she tells you to go home, obey. Along the way, you encounter a hero. He asks you what you're doing, and you don't know the Overlord's castle is right there, right? Okay, explain everything that's happened. He's surprised the demons don't seem as malicious as you were raised to believe. The two of you return to the village, hoping to communicate this to everyone. They had all been so worried, and were glad that the hero brought you back. You quickly set the record straight. You weren't rescued because there was nothing to be rescued from in the first place. The villagers seem confused and look to the hero for an explanation. He tells them he only ran into you on his way to the castle, and that it wasn't really his story to tell. You explain to them how you met the Overlord, and she's not actually interested in capturing maidens or other mean things like that. The villagers looking into the hero for confirmation. You feel a little miffed that they seem to prefer his word over yours, but you don't say anything about it. The hero proclaims that he believes your story, but volunteers to go talk to the demons himself, just to make it absolutely sure. The crowd breaks into hushed whispers. You hear words like trickery and demon sympathizer being thrown around, which makes you frown. You're pretty shocked that everyone's this hesitant to believe you. Does the hero even trust you? You aren't sure anymore. An old man implores the hero to go speak with the Overlord immediately. He says you should be held prisoner and considered dangerous until the hero returns. Much to your disbelief, the crowd agrees with him. Because, of course, if you were conspiring with the demons, they can't afford to let their guard down. The whole village would be slaughtered by monsters. The hero isn't saying anything. He'll be tied up and tossed into a cell at this rate. If you're going to be held captive by anyone, it's going to be the Overlord, not your fellow countrymen. Ooh. Teehee. I love the little sprites. They're very cute. You boldly announce that you'll accompany the hero to prove yourself. You'd rather risk what's out there instead of staying in a village that doesn't trust you. No one seems to know how to react. You grab the hero by the wrist and take off before anyone stops you. But as you approach the castle, you notice something's gone terribly wrong. It appears to be on fire. Is the Overlord alright? You have to be sure everyone is safe. You've already taken off before the hero can even think of stopping you. But, Himbo Wrangler. She's Catholic. She's a Himbo Wrangler. She's everything a girl boss needs to be. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's see. A lesbian, too. Indeed. She's Catholic, a lesbian, and a Himbo Wrangler. You scan the fleeing demons, but the Overlord isn't among them. Against your better judgment, you rush into the burning castle to find her. You quickly reach the Overlord's room, but the door is shut tight. The handle is too hot to touch. You're too weak to force it open. You pound your fists against the door helplessly. What were you thinking? This is all because you'd forgotten your role. Only a hero could pull this kind of thing off. You start to cough. The smoke is too thick, you can hardly breathe. Sometimes lesbians and himbos are besties. Exactly. You realize you haven't got much time left. You desperately head towards the stairs to save yourself, but the fire has spread okay. What a joke. Maiden, okay. Roll things would have ended like this. This is exactly the punishment you deserve. You let the demon fire cleanse your rotten soul. Okay. Reset the stage. Okay. So now we have a new thing that she can do unlocked. Wait, no, shoot! Back. Yes. Okay. That's why you're friends with me? I'm a himbo? No! Okay. Disloyal. And then we can get a new path up this way. Merciful. So let's see what we can do with this. I've been diagnosed with himbo! I do really want to see this, though. Because you have to do it from the funny guy perspective. So I'm gonna do it from the funny guy perspective. Trusting. Let's get rid of that. And then we play as the funny guy. She's been very frightened and screams for the hero. You consider your options. Tell her to quit yelling. You're friends now. She wants to talk to the Overlord. I'm assuming we go with this. Okay. Okay. You and your friends turn to notice the maiden from earlier has overheard your entire conversation. It'd be bad for you and the Overlord found out about this. Ooh. Toss her in the dungeon. You and your friends seize the maiden and bring her to the dungeon under the castle. It's empty save for the decorative skulls. They're only there to make it feel more spooky. The maiden is very upset, and you leave her in the cell to continue scheming with your friends. But now the hero has arrived at the front gates. He's asking about a maiden, perhaps the very one you just locked up. The gatekeeper, who must have seen everything, tells the hero exactly what happened. What an idiot, you think. Who gives a hero an excuse to start slaughtering us? The hero yells prepare for justice, and other such cliché hero lines before driving his sword into the gatekeeper's torso. You're small compared to a lot of your friends, so you're able to slip away without getting cut up by that sword. You get to thinking, if this hero took down the Overlord for you, everything might actually work out in your favor. You wait for things to die down outside before poking your head out. You spot the Overlord and the hero locked in battle. They've worn each other down, making it very easy for you. Once an opening presents itself, you hit the back of the hero's head, knocking him out. What are you doing? Couldn't you tell this was a duel? You don't respond. You have to carry out an assassination. You tackle her and rip her to shreds with your claws until she stops moving. You finish off the hero next. You can't let him revive and come after you later. Kind of a cheap victory, but it doesn't make any difference. Everyone who managed to survive comes crawling out of their hiding places. You are the new ruler of this castle. Your subjects bow down before you. You live in fear that they one day betray you, as you have betrayed your overlord. Ending A, reset the stage. So is that what... Puppet Master! Got a new thingy. Okay, so now we can do Disloyal and Captor and get a new ending with the hero. Teehee. Okay. Flee like a coward. We talk to her. We go with her. Trusting. Okay, she wanders off. People are wrong, you catch up to her. When you reach the gates, you ask the demons if they've seen the maiden. They have. They inform you she's been held in the dungeon at the moment. She trusts them, and in return, they lock her up. So, demons are truly evil beings after all. You demand they take you to her, but they do not let you pass. You should have expected as much from these unreasonable creatures. You know what you must do. You thrust your blade through the demon before you and rush the castle alone. You're the only one who can save the maiden now. Ugh, what the? What the? Are you doing, killing all my soldiers? The Overlord is angry. You vow to exterminate her and all of demonkind. You clash again and again, but the Overlord isn't going down easily. You're both dangerously low on health when everything goes black. Your quest has come to an abrupt end. Unlucky hero end. Okay. Epic win for the gamer community. She has another decision she can make. Hello, Theo.
So sad I didn't get to yell fuck.
You've been banned from saying the F word. Disloyal Captor. So you can... Ooh, let's see the Disloyal Captor thing from her end, so we can get that ending. And we can just get Disloyal as well, without the Captor. So let's... Obedient, Trusting, Disloyal, Captor, Antisocial. Cool. Introduce yourself. We've seen all this before. Obey her. Talk to him. Trusting. Okay.
We haven't seen Leave on Your Own.
Yeah, I think it wants Leave on Your Own for this specific end that we're trying to do anyway. So, they're talking about assassinating the Overlord. They immediately notice you overheard them and decide to lock you in the dungeon before you can cause any trouble. You cry out, but the demons ignore your protests. You can't believe you escaped possibly being thrown in a cell back in your village, only to be tossed into this awful place. This is terrible. Who's going to keep these demons from harming the Overlord? You hope she can fend for herself. You sure can't. You hear the sounds of battle echoing through the halls outside. Did the hero follow you? If he's out there, your cries won't reach him. After a while, the violence seems to die down. It's impossible to tell what's happened. You continue to wait, but no one comes for you. Unable to escape, you rot in that cell. Imprisoned maiden end. Okay, we do that again.
What's that?
Huh?
Fucked up.
We do that one again, but we don't have the captor, so the funny little they-them demon just rips her to shreds, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
M-Cube gameplay. Obey her. And then you and the funny guy go to the village and talk. Okay. Leave on your own.
You're so cute.
They're talking about assassinating the Overlord. They immediately notice and overheard you. This is just the way it has to be. They suddenly attack you. In that moment, you regret having ever trusted the demons. You die instantly. Slaughtered maiden ending. Okay.
My baby kitty's so cute.
Epic win for the baby kitty community.
Yeah.
She's just a funny little lady.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see all the choices we can do. Ooh. Diplomatic possessive. Do we want to try that one? Because it'd be a pretty easy one to get to since we've seen all of these already and we just need to skip ahead.
Sure.
Epic. Okay. So we want... Overlord begins her story. Lets the underling have the day off. Allows the maiden to stay in chat. Diplomatic. Possessive. Okay. Day off. Diplomatic.
I wonder what happens if you do obedient with possessive.
Ooh. I don't know if they coincide at all.
I don't either. But it would be cool.
We could look at the thingy. We just need to skip ahead. Grant them the day off. Maiden. Let her stay for a while. This time it's a hero. Apparently searching for the maiden. Captured. All I wanted to do was meet Overlord. They have a little chat. You don't want the maiden taken away, so you keep her here. The maiden came here to be captured by you, didn't she? You'll grant her wish. You tell the hero you won't let him take her home. The maiden assures you she'll be back, but you don't budge. The hero is cautious now. If you don't let her go, maybe... Okay, we've seen this before. You have no choice. The hero can steal the maiden away. She's frightened. You don't understand why. Didn't she say she prefers this place to her village? Now she doesn't have to leave. You take a step towards the maiden and she backs herself into a corner. You don't understand. She wanted to stay here with you. The hero was trying to get in the way of that, and you had to kill him. You'll be sure to keep this maiden very safe from now on. Selfish Overlord end. Okay. Now we don't have to do that one again.
You're so cute, Luna. You're such a cute baby.
Epic win for the little baby community.
Yeah.
We have gotten a lot of her endings.
I mean, we've also gotten a lot of just the endings.
Yeah. True. But now we can set up, we can get the final one for this, the funny guy, the underling. We can get the underling's final ending if we really want to. Do we want to do that one and be done with the underling's route?
Sure.
Because it looks like that's the true ending for the underling. So we need... Granted the day off. Underling brings the maiden to the castle. Disloyal. Antisocial. Obedient. Trusting. Resolute. Merciful. Okay. So disloyal. Antisocial. Obedient. Trusting. Resolute. Obedient. Trusting. Resolute.
Merciful.
And merciful. Okay. And we have to be disloyal.
Yes. You're so cute, Linda.
Epic baby win.
She is purring so hard.
Funny baby.
Yes, I love you too.
Oh. Epic win for the baby community. They need your guidance. There'd probably be casualties if you fought her head on. Okay, way to go. Suggested play the assassination. Didn't want it to come down to this. You can't back down now. You'll have to be the one to assassinate the Overlord. They heard the entire conversation. They take off into the castle, heading to the Overlord's room. The Overlord will kill you, for sure, if she found out you were conspiring to take her out. You dash into the castle after the humans. Dogs, don't bark, please. Sure enough, the maiden's already frantically telling the Overlord everything. You shout that the humans are liars. Your friends soon arrive to back you up, except they don't. Instead, they blame the whole thing on you. They cry that it was your idea, and that they were just going with the flow, too scared to refuse your crazy plan. You can't believe they'd tell the Overlord such a blatant lie. You always knew better than to trust them. You're the one who didn't have a choice here. They all shout at each other until the Overlord demands silence. Regardless of this conspiracy, okay. She sounds tough, but lately all she does is sleep. Okay. You're trapped in here with the Overlord and 2 humans. And the room bursts into flames. You pound on the door, screaming curses at those who betrayed you. The hero joins in. Okay. The Overlord grabs you by the throat. You cry for mercy. You were forced into this mess. You're sure now that they would have killed you if you sided with her. To your surprise, the Overlord spares you. Or maybe she'd rather see you suffer instead. Looking around, you're just gone from one dead end to another. The maiden is crying. The hero is silent. You all burn together. Okay. Underling's true end. No matter the perspective, the true ending remains the same. That's what makes it true. You can't resist seeing yourself through though, could you? I wonder what will happen when you collect them all. Will you give in to despair, or... A letter flutters down from beyond the curtain. You found lost letter 3! Ooh. What is that? My love, I've been feeling a little depressed lately. Many patrons have come to my theater, but none so far have stayed to experience every tale in its entirety. The critics haven't exactly been kind, but I understand. My stories aren't exactly crowd pleasers. Despite that, you always listen to the very end. I'm grateful for that. Hope to see you again soon. Forever yours, Tragedy. Ooh. I love getting secrets. So I guess you get those when you get all the endings for a certain character.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah. Because we got all the endings and then we got a lost letter. Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll go for the hero's ending so that we get a more cohesive... Except we need the maiden to do something to get the true end. For all of them. Everything you've done has only hurt them more. Good. So I need the maiden to do something before I can get the true ending for the hero. Because she... So I just need disloyal from that person and merciful. I can also go without merciful and get one of her other endings that I don't necessarily need yet. But I might as well get not the true ending for her as of now. And then get the true ending. So we need either... There are multiple ways we could go with this. Meets the Overlord. Antisocial. Chooses to leave. Trusting. Resolute. Disloyal. Okay, do we want to go that route, or do we want to go... Meets the Overlord. Antisocial. Stays with the Overlord. Diplomatic. And then disloyal. I think this one would be the faster route, just because them traveling back and forth from the town takes so long.
Yes, that is true.
So
Let's
let's
just
go.
do that.
Yeah, antisocial, stays, diplomatic, disloyal.
It doesn't have to be antisocial.
Wait.
You can just let her stay.
Oh wait, really? No, it takes you to a different thing.
No, it takes you to the same thing.
Oh, it does? Oh, I'm not very smart. I'm not very smart. Stays.
Good job, Cal.
I just need diplomatic and disloyal. Okay, diplomatic and disloyal. Diplomatic. Disloyal. Is there anything else I need before I do this? And then it takes you to this option. So I do not. Let's do this. Maiden! Maiden select!
Maidenful.
Maidenful. A light.
He's just a little baby.
They're just a little guy.
It's a little baby.
Okay.
You're talking about my funny kitty.
Ah, epic funny kitty win. The Overlord is going to say where the hero is. Enters the room. Ask what's going on. They're having a funny time. You'll be back soon. They're conspiring. They're evil! They're talking about assassinating the Overlord. You have to warn her. But the hero shakes his head. He says that if this were the true nature of demons, the world would be better off with less of them. This isn't right, you think. What kind of hero passes up a chance to save a life? The demons have taken notice of you. It's now or never. You take off into the castle, and the unreliable hero follows shortly after. You burst into the Overlord's room, all of your words spilling out at once. You should probably slow down, but there's no time. The Overlord seems to have followed your frantic explanation, but clearly doesn't understand the urgency of the situation. The underling you recognized from before barges in, calling you a liar. You're surprised that they were part of this evil plot. They seemed so nice. The other demons come in right after them, saying that this whole thing was the first underling's idea. Everyone's shouting at each other now. It's really stressing you out. You're relieved when the Overlord demands silence. She threatens them all with violence, and you think she's very Overlord-like at this moment. The group of demons hiss at each other before shutting the door, leaving the little one behind. You watch as it pounds on the door in distress. Have they locked you all in? You have a bad feeling about this. And thinking that must have jinxed it, because now the room is engulfed in flames. If only you had ignored those demons before, you and the hero wouldn't have stumbled into this situation. If you had just pretended not to hear them, if you had left as they had told, only the Overlord would have been killed. But you couldn't have done that. That path isn't an option for you. You think that no matter what, you'll always strive for the next path where everyone survives. It must exist. It simply must. The Overlord seizes the underling. They beg for their life. You pray. You don't know what else to do, so you just pray. The Overlord's claws pierce the underling's chest. They scream an awful scream. She digs and twists her claws into the poor thing while you continue to pray. But there's no saving any of you now. You, the Overlord, the hero, and the underling's corpse are consumed by flames. Okay. Devout maiden and...
She is Catholic!
She is Catholic! So let's do merciful, and then we can get her final ending.
Uh-huh.
Introduce yourself. I like how it changes colors when it's the true end.
Uh-huh.
Or on the route for the true end. Okay, threatens violence, very overlordly. Poor door in distress, have you locked you all in? Jinxed it, and the room is engulfed in flames. If only you had not ignored. Pretend not to hear them. Left as they told. Only the Overlord would have been killed. Path isn't an option for you. Try the path where everyone's supply. The Overlord seizes her underling. They beg for their life. You pray, and you don't know what else to do, so you just pray. The Overlord spares the underling. You feel relieved, but does it make any difference? Will you all burn together? Maiden's true end. Okay, now we get another note. Letter. Hello?
I'm normal.
Why are you normal?
The difference between the Maiden's true end and the underlings and the Overlord's bad end, or true end, because with the two of them, it says you'll all burn together, but with her, it's a question.
Uh-huh.
It's normal.
Uh-huh. A letter flutters down from beyond the curtain. You found lost letter too. It can't end like this. Keep collecting bad endings for now. I think we want to keep collecting the bad endings.
Yeah.
Teehee. So let's see lost letter 2. My love, I finally fulfilled a childhood dream of mine. Yes, that's right. I opened up my very own theater. You would be so proud if you could only see it. I know how much it would have meant to you, to be at my side on opening night. I'm sorry for going ahead without you, but I thought if my theater could become world famous, then maybe you just might hear of it, wherever you are. Forever yours, Tragedy. Okay. We can get the hero's true end if we want to. Literally, the only difference between one of the endings and another one is just the fact that she spares. Which I'm obsessed with.
Just like an Undertale.
Uh-huh. So let's go with this path because it's the one that takes the least amount of time, because them going on their little quest takes forever. And I think it just fills it out anyway to that ending. So, what is this? Nope. Keep collecting. Okay. So let's do the heroes so we can get the first letter and the final letter from her ending. Begins a story. Flees. Diplomatic. Everything is fine. Disloyal. And... okay. So we only need disloyal. Cool. Everything else deselected. Hero. We've already seen all these before, so we can just speedrun. You talk. They're talking about assassinating their overlord. This proves that demons really are foul creatures. We have to tell her about this. You don't understand what the maiden is thinking. The world is better off with less demons. They're all cold, ruthless creatures that should be destroyed. And those same creatures have just noticed you eavesdropping. The maiden takes off into the castle, and you have no choice but to follow. You burst into the Overlord's room. The maiden frankly tries to communicate what you just overheard. The demon underling barges in next, calling you liars. It's followed by a group from the entrance, who shifts the blame back onto the little one. These demons only really care about themselves. How low can they be? You begin shouting at them, and the whole room dissolves into noise until the Overlord yells and for everyone to shut their traps. She threatens them with violence. This Overlord is no better than her subjects. I'm obsessed with the fact that he's like, this Overlord's no better than her subjects. And then the maiden was like, OMG, hi, she's seeing so Overlordly like right now. Hi.
Uh-huh. Gay people.
She was limp-wristing so hard. You grip your sword tightly. If you have to cut through everyone here to get this maiden to safety, you certainly will. The group of demons hiss to each other before shutting the door, leaving the runt of the litter behind. You glance around for another exit, but there isn't one. You have a terrible feeling about this. In an instant, the whole room is in flames. What kind of demonic magic is this? The underling pounds on the door, upset that it's been betrayed. You join it, vowing to slay the cowardly demons on the other side. The next moment, the Overlord has taken a hold of the underling. It's crying for mercy. She thrusts her claws into her underling's chest, and it lets out a horrible scream. You back away. You won't be the next target of her rage. She continues to dig and twist her claws into its limp body. You can no longer watch. You look at the maiden. She's crying, hands clasped together in prayer. To have faith that in a time like this, you envy her. The two of you, the Overlord and the underling's corpse, are consumed by the flames. Resigned hero end.
Wow.
Wow. Bam, bam, bam. Okay. So we need disloyal and merciful, and then we can get the true end for the hero. So we just skip through all this. Flee like a... Wait! Yeah, flee like a coward. And then diplomatic. Ask maiden what's going on. The only thing that really changes is the fact that she doesn't kill the little guy. Okay. The next moment, the Overlord has taken hold of the underling that's crying for mercy. Is she going to kill it as retribution? It continues to cry and make excuses, but the Overlord does nothing. To your surprise, she lets go. Are demons capable of mercy? You guess it doesn't matter now. You all burn together. Obsessed with the fact that all of them are resolute about them burning to death, while the maiden's like, but, will we burn to death?
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh, hero's true end. A letter flutters down from beyond the curtain. You found lost letter number 1. This is just like, the letters are very, smile for me core.
Yeah.
Teehee. It just isn't fair at all, is it? For them to force us apart like this, it's unreasonable, cruel. I had to find an outlet for this grief somehow, so I decided to write, and I'll keep writing until the day you find me once more, and then maybe we can write a story together. I'm waiting for that day. Forever yours, Tragedy. Okay. And now, we do the last 2 endings for the Overlord. And then we are done. We already got her true ending. So what is this one? There's one there, and then there's one here that we have not seen. So that's Overlord begins her story. Overlord tyrannical route. Hungry. Awakens. Disloyal. Okay. Tyrant, hungry, disloyal. Tyrant, hungry, disloyal. Hungry, disloyal. And then tyrant. Okay. Let's go. Tell them to get back to work. You awaken by one of your underlings. They brought the hero who inquires about the missing maiden. Tell him they don't know anything. He believes you and goes home. To your surprise, you figured he might try and fight back, but you're glad you get to go back to your nap instead. Until you wake up to something completely unexpected. One of your underlings is tearing your throat out. You try to struggle, but you can tell you're already mortally wounded. What have you done to deserve this kind of ending? You curse at them, choking on your own blood. You die wondering if you could have done anything to prevent this. Okay, assassinated Overlord. We set the stage, and then we have one more to do.
Let the funny guy take his vacation.
Exactly. So, we need, begins her story, lets them have the day off, allows the maiden to chat, diplomatic, heroic. Ooh.
You're looking at the wrong thing.
No.
Look at it again.
It's...
Oh, wait, yeah. You're right.
Heroic. After being diplomatic. Yeah. And then allows her to stay in chat. Because heroic just means that he tries to kill her anyway. But he won't be strong enough to, because he wasn't doing anything. Let them have their day off. You wake to a knock at your door. The underling from earlier has brought some company. Okay, maiden. You talk to the maiden. You have a great time with the maiden. You have gay little thoughts. Let her stay.
I love gay little thoughts.
Gay little thoughts.
Crawling all over her like weevils.
Mm-hmm. Log. Okay. You can't tell if she's into you or not. You're interrupted by another human in your doorway. This time it's a hero. Whoops. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. He suddenly strikes, cutting through you with his blade. He didn't even hesitate. Ah, you've gone soft. How could you have let your guard down like that? How unfair, after all you've done to avoid this outcome. You can't outrun your destiny. The hero always slays the overlord. You should have never trusted a human. You watch as the hero escorts the maiden out of your castle. Captured by a demon, at least she got what she came here for. You join your army in eternal slumber.
Oh.
A letter flutters down from beyond the curtain. You found lost letter number 4. Letter collector. Teehee. What's the last one? My love, do you remember when we first met? I had just finished one of my scripts. One that I was quite proud of, in fact. As I read it aloud, you happened to pass by. What a terrible ending, you said. Why should these poor fools have to die? You were so rude. You couldn't accept any of my justifications, and yet you managed to convince me. It really would be better if everyone could live in harmony, however unrealistic that felt. I look back fondly on that day even now. I wonder if, somewhere, you're thinking of it too. Forever yours, Tragedy. Okay. So... I think this is the final ending. It can't end like this. You want to answer the maiden's prayers. You've decided to find a way to save everyone. You're gonna become God!
You've been God this whole time, idiot.
Mean to me! But retracting the past you've seen so far, there doesn't seem to be any room to avoid a bad ending. Is there really nothing you can do to keep them all from getting killed in the end? If there's nothing you can do by acting from within their story, maybe it's time to take things into your own hands. Teehee. Ooh!
Oh?
Ooh! Ooh! They're all on fire. You are! You boldly insert yourself into the story and use your incredible power to warp everyone to safety. You didn't know you could do that. But what's going on here? You take a moment to get a good look at yourself. You are you. But why are you pitch black? You feel that this body doesn't accurately represent you, but you move past that. The hero, the maiden, the underling, and the overlord have been staring at you, too. They look like they don't really know what they're supposed to do right now. You guess that's because you're usually the one guiding them. What will you say to them? What should I say?
Hi,
On
guys.
fire. Hi, guys. Oh, hi, guys. Oh, hi, Mark. You smile awkwardly and introduce yourself. The maiden is the first one to respond. My prayers have been answered. You must be... her god? No, you're merely the player. If there was any god here, they'd be the final boss. That's just how these role-playing games go. You now realize what the real true ending must be. Now, enough of this! Oh my god. I admit I've been encouraging you all along, but a self-insult story, how passé. You watch helplessly as tragedy descends from the heavens. You didn't honestly believe you were the only one who could force your way onto the stage, did you? I am the narrator, storyteller, god of this world. Call me Tragedy if you'd like. I don't know why I changed the voice from the character, because it should be the I am the narrator, storyteller, god of... I should just stick with that as the voice. Darkness envelops your party. You don't mind if I send each of them back to relive one of their many bad endings, right? You are alone in the darkness with me, Tragedy. I sincerely hope you've been enjoying your time in my theater. Though I can't abide you stealing the show without permission. It's quite disrespectful. I'm sick of these bad endings. I want to see something new. What do we want to do? What do we want to say?
I like the second one.
Yeah. Are you trying to say my bad endings have gone out of style? You have some nerve. You think defeating me might be the only way to see a better ending. It's all that's left for you, isn't it? Well, this does sound like it could be entertaining. Show me what you've got. Time to fight God!
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh my god, indeed. Ooh! Ooh! The stage has been set for your final battle against me, the god of this world. What will you do? How will you fight against tragedy itself? I'd love to see it. Ooh.
This is the game ever of all time.
Should we attack or defend? I feel like we should defend.
I also feel like we should defend.
It's Undertale. It's got Undertale vibes. You try closing off your heart to protect yourself, but it doesn't make you feel any better. Oh, is that all? You'll never defeat me like that. Wait, let me try that again! Attack. You try your best to tear me down, but you can't seem to do any damage. You don't truly exist in this world after all. Perhaps you don't understand just how outclassed you are here.
Color.
This is game ever, dude.
Yeah!
Behold my beautifully tragic tales. Doesn't seeing all of them again make your heart ache? You've witnessed all 41 of my painstakingly crafted endings. You must be as much of a masochist as me. He's made of flowcharts. I commend your thoroughness. Surely these characters have a special place in your heart. They're still suffering backstage, you know. It's a shame they couldn't make it here. To the end of the world. That's right. You come here to save them. You can't do this alone. Ooh! Ooh, 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 ooh. Summon.
This is so.
Yow! Let's go. Ooh. You find the hero in his home, hunched over a sewing table. Your sudden intrusion scares the hell out of the poor guy. Are you some kind of demon? You explain that no, you're not a demon. You're... How can you explain this in a way that the hero can understand? Wait, should I change the voice from the god character to a different person?
I think just use your normal voice.
Okay. Instead, you ask what he's sewing. Oh, this? I craft all my own hero gear. You sense a pride in his hobby and wonder if the costumes are what attracted him to this role of hero. Would you like some clothes? You don't seem to be wearing any. You remember the state of your body and decide that yes, some clothes from the hero would be nice. He's overjoyed by your answer. Apparently his outfits are too gaudy for the other townsfolk, so no one else wants them. The true end for the hero suddenly becomes clear. You offer to change his fate. I could make a living as a tailor rather than a hero? Please tell me what I can do to reach that dream. The hero will now fight alongside you. Yes! I wish you got a little outfit.
Yeah! They should give you a little outfit.
Yes! I agreed to follow you, but I didn't expect to face something like this. The hero has arrived. You really couldn't have a final boss battle without him. You're the one who's been killing us, murderer. I can't truly call myself a hero until I see you defeated. We'll see about that. Tragedy attacks you with a terrible fate. Ooh! Teehee. Willpower and justice!
Justice, you say!
Justice, you say!
Sorry.
I'm gonna summon another one. Let's summon the maiden. You happen to find the maiden as she exits the church, her heart set on meeting a demon. Perfect timing! She approaches you, having already taken notice of your odd form. Excuse me, are you a traveler? I've never seen anyone like you before. You explain that no, you're not a traveler. Well, maybe you are, in a sense. You've come all this way. The maiden regards you with excited curiosity. Then perhaps you might be a demon. I was hoping to meet one today. You think of all the terrible fates that hope would bring about. She is the catalyst of the story, after all. My role as the maiden is to be captured by the Overlord, but you see, I've grown tired of waiting. You remember this part. She wanted to understand her role better, and so... You ask what it is that she was really hoping to gain from this. The maiden is confused by your question. Perhaps it was as simple as wanting to reach the place she felt like she belonged. The true end for the maiden suddenly becomes clear. You offer to change her fate. There's something I can do to find fulfillment? Then please, guide me. The maiden will now fight alongside you. Ooh. What is this horrible creature? You wound me, dear maiden. Is tragedy really such a terrible thing to behold? I remember now. I remember all the awful things you put us through. Then this should be familiar to you as well. Tragedy attacks with a terrible fate. Teehee. Okay, let's summon the funny guy.
I love the funny guy.
The funny guy. You approach the gates of the Overlord's castle. The underling is on guard duty, as you expected. They call out to you. The other demon guard is sound asleep. Hey, you're a pretty weird-looking intruder. What do you want? You explain that no, you're not an intruder, although you're definitely intruding on their story right now. You tell the underling you've come to save them from tragedy. Okay, try saving me from boredom first. I hate this job. The underling snickers. You ask what kind of job they'd rather have. It'd be best if I didn't have to work at all. I just want to live a carefree life and never get bossed around or picked on. You think the underling's friends, who have bullied them into an assassination plot only to betray them in the end. If they kept better company, maybe they wouldn't feel so restless. The true end for the underlings suddenly becomes clear. You offer to change their fate. So, there's a way that even work can be fun? Sounds fake, but I'll tag along with you just in case. Sounds fake, but okay. The underling will now fight alongside you. Ooh! I love their detailed sprites.
Oh,
wait!
Such a fun pose, too.
Yeah! Wait, what the? What the?
Fuck.
You didn't say anything about a boss battle! The underling, You must be really desperate to call upon such an unreliable ally. Huh? If I beat this guy up, all my problems will be over? Oh, but it won't be that easy. Tragedy attacks with a terrible fate. Teehee.
Being murdered by your friends!
Being murdered by your friends! Let's summon the bestie.
Good girl boss!
Yes! You enter the Overlord's room, relieved to see the fire contained to the torches on the walls. When you close the door behind you, the Overlord rises from her slumber. Who are you? Have you come to reside in my castle and serve me? You explain that no, you're not here to serve her. It's more like you've come to do her a favor. You ask why she spends all day sleeping instead of commanding her demon army. She laughs in response. Many of my underlings certainly think I should be more aggressive with the humans, like my father before me. His quest for revenge was endless and self-perpetuating. There's a reason I had to destroy him. You can't help but think it's a little late in the game to be getting some new backstory.
Woo, patricide!
Woo, patricide! I love a girl boss who is a lesbian and also kills her own father. She's like good and Franziska von Karma. Teehee. I have no intention in waging war on the humans. I merely wish to be left alone, to live a peaceful, indulgent life in my castle. You realize she might actually be very lonely, only surrounded by soldiers instead of friends. Patricide is a homosexual trait. Exactly. No wonder she gets so attached to the maiden. The true end for the Overlord suddenly becomes clear. Gay rights! You offer to change her fate. In my own attempts at peace have been rather imperfect. If you offer a solution, then very well, I will follow you. The Overlord will now fight alongside you. Yes! Oh my gosh.
This is so...
Yes! I love the color palette. It's so pretty.
Yeah. So good colors. And I love that they all have, like, unique poses.
Uh-huh. And how they're set up.
Yeah.
And how she's protecting the maiden.
Uh-huh.
They're all in front of the maiden. I'm obsessed with this. And the demons are protecting the humans.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, I need to drink water. Okay. I see. So this is tragedy. Ah, you've brought the Overlord. I don't stand a chance now. You've prevented me from attaining peace for long enough. Prepare to die. I hope you're prepared to face your death as well. Tragedy attacks with a terrible fate. Teehee. Haha. Now that the whole party's here, can you solve my final puzzle? Which combination of behaviors will open the path to your true ending? Show me. Ooh. Huh. I feel like ambition. I will reach my true ending with my own power. The Overlord uses her ambitious nature to overcome tragedy. Tragedy is reeling. Ooh. I feel like mischief. Mischief. The underling tries to evade tragedy through mischievous means. You have so much fun. Would you like a reminder of where all that mischief will lead you? Oh, shoot. Oh, no! It's where they die in the closet. Tenacity. You knock me down, and I'll just come back stronger. The underling uses their tenacity to overcome tragedy. Yes! Tragedy is reeling. Okay. Do we want willpower or justice? I feel like willpower.
I think it's willpower, yeah.
Because justice is just... Oh, okay. Your reign of terror ends here, tragedy. I refuse to give in. Yes! The hero uses his willpower to overcome tragedy. Tragedy is reeling. Okay. Kindness or hope? I feel like kindness, but also that...
I also feel like kindness, but I also feel like both of them?
Yeah. Because both are kind of what got her into the situation, but I feel like Hope more so.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. The maiden tries to appeal to tragedy with kindness. So naive, I'll balance your kindness with my cruelty. Oh, dang. Hope. Our true endings do exist. They simply must. The maiden hopes with all her heart to overcome tragedy. She does a little gay prayer. This is it. With everyone's hearts united, you take aim towards your best possible futures. You all unleash one final attack to destroy tragedy once and for all. Yes! Death. But I don't want to kill tragedy. I think they just need a hug. You've done it. You've managed to defeat me. A tragic ending for tragedy itself. I love it. I must thank you all for fulfilling your roles perfectly. Thank you, hero. Thank you, maiden. Thank you, I love the little... I love their little face.
Has a little kitty cat face.
They're just like, tee-hee, me.
Evil.
Thank you, underling. Thank you, Overlord. Enough of this nonsense. We've defeated you, so die already. Don't worry, I'll be making my exit shortly. Written and produced by Tragedy. Directed by you. Finally, thank you, most of all. We couldn't have made it here without you. Ah, yes, my bad end theater did contain a truly good ending after all. I apologize for antagonizing you for so long. I wanted to deliver a satisfying story. Was I able to do it, I wonder? You did! I'm satisfied! Thank you. I really appreciate that. Happy endings shouldn't always come easily. Reality is not so kind. But you've earned this one. Here's your true ending. Yes! Yes! Oh! He gets to be a funny little guy that makes funny little outfit.
Oh my god, even is like a performer, that's so true.
They're a little model!
For the hero stuff!
Uh-huh. Oh, they're gay rights!
They're gay rights.
Is this stinging Oliver? This is a Vocaloid of some sort. It sounds like Oliver. Look at them! Gay rights. Teehee. This is just like Princess Tutu for real.
Yeah.
Tutu. Luna, it's your cat! Your cat made this game possible.
My cat made this game possible.
Things that make me want to make a video game, but I can't make a video game.
Write a video game and make Remy make it.
I don't know what I'd write now. Oh, it's the flower. It's the flower the little guy gets to sniff. Your true end. Yes. Something's missing.
Something is missing.
You need a good end. I'll get you.
I'll tax you.
Tax you, but gives you a gay little hug. Oh.
Gives you a gay little hug.
Oh, you're still here. The curtains have closed for the final time. I'm shutting down my theater. There are no more tragedies left for me to tell after all. Ooh. Which one should we go with? I think saying there's one more is a little more funny, silly than just asking tragedy its story. Because then I think it will prompt them to be like,
Uh-huh.
Me? You'd like to know why I started this theater? Haha, because I'm obsessed with bad endings, of course. Eee. You gently raise your fingers to the cracks in the You gently raise your fingers to the cracks in my mask. Piece by piece, it falls apart in your hands, revealing... I should have warned you. This might affect what you think of my stories. You can't help but compare my face to the maiden's. It's not her I'm not her, but it's like she isn't me, necessarily. This is how it is with fiction. Would you like to hear, not another ending, but the truth? Tell me! Alright, one last story. You may already know this, but it doesn't have a happy ending. First, I'll set the stage. In this world, there are no such things as demons, or even heroes, really. There was a girl eager to set out, fulfill some sort of destiny. That part was true. She met someone, another girl. Haha, a running theme, isn't it? The maiden and the overlord. The two were inseparable. Lesbians! And for a time, everything was just wonderful. But their families, the communities they came from, neither could approve of their relationship. That is the reality for many. This pair was no different. Despite her best efforts, the world was intent on pulling them apart. We used to like the type of stories where love conquers all. Where the strength of your love will pull you through any hardship, and everything is okay in the end. I lost her. And then I started this theater. Ooh. What should we do? What should we do? I think they both did the same thing, but I think I want her to finish it. Huh? I was hoping to find you. It's you. It's been so long. I thought I'd never see you again. You always think the worst endings. I wasn't about to give up just because things got difficult. Why didn't you reveal yourself sooner? I feel like such a fool. I could say the same to you. You knew I could never resist giving your stories a happy ending. So of course I would be drawn to a place like this. Yes, but I didn't think it would actually work. Sometimes everything does turn out okay in the end. Thank you for reminding me of that. I love you. I love you too. Now truly everyone can live happily ever after. Tragedies end.
Game ever of all time. Game ever of all time.
Did we get all the endings for that? Let me check. I want to see. So? I'm completely sure that we did, but I just want to check, just in case. Oh, that's PRPR Live. That is not what I was looking for. Where is it? Ugh! You're so mean to me. We have all but 2.
Huh?
What are the... Total reset? Let's take it again from the top! And then there's a hidden achievement, which I'm assuming would be... I don't know. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna look up what the what all the achievements for this are, because I can't.
Game ever of all time, though, for real.
Yeah, that's such a good game. Okay. All achievements. Okay, let's see what all the achievements are for this game. Total Reset, Tragedy's End, Your Bad End. Okay, so you have to, one of them is you lose to Tragedy, and the other one is resetting. So, maybe another day, or I'll just do that on my own, because I'm assuming the bad end from Tragedy isn't too interesting.
Yeah.
Because it's probably just being like, haha, you fool, I won, die. Now we all get to be sad forever.
Yeah, and then you're all sad forever.
Okay, well that was a very fun game. I had a very, very good time with that. It was a fun time. Yeah.
Game ever.
And I got to test out my funny guy with the new rigging. Yeah.
That I did that.
You did that. You did indeed do that. You are epic win at rigging model. I also think it's funny that the ear bounce is rigged to the mouth movement.
Yeah.
Because I was like, wait a minute, how does the ear bounce work? It's the mouth.
Yeah.
It's the mouth going.
It's the funny talkie.
Yes. Yes. That was fun. I should find more funny game to stream. Yes. Also, Remy, I am seeing you to do another apple juice stream after the MQ has returned to the Australia, so that y'all can just hang out for maximum amount of time. Okay.
Maximum hanging outage.
Maximum hanging outage. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I think that will be all for today. It was very fun. That was a fun game. Yeah. I love it. I love game where you go, teehee, die by my blade god. But also give God a funny little...
You should finish Persona 5.
Oh, God. Do you mean the first one or Royal?
It doesn't matter. You kill God in both of them.
I know. But there are 2 gods in the Royal version, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
That was a rad game. I love it. Killing God and getting her a wife.
Becoming her wife.
Yeah, you become her wife.
Marry God.
You marry God, and then you gay kiss. As it should be. I wonder if they've made any other games. Gosh. I'll have to... Ooh.
They have. Let me find them.
Give me game. Yes.
They are also lesbian.
Yes. Well, I was assuming that. I love it when lesbians make video games. As they should. Oh my gosh, I should be when I am going to grab Remy and make him watch Princess Tutu with me now.
Princess Tutu is so good.
Princess Tutu is such a good show. Also, Moss, I'm grabbing you. You are going to watch Princess Tutu with me.
I don't know why I tabbed that. I should put. I'm putting the devs page in chat.
Yo.
For both Cal and anyone who's watching.
Hell
that wants it.
Hell yeah. Okay, where? One sec. What time? You want to watch it today?
Right now.
Right now?
I wanna see my funny guy.
Oh my god. Well, I do have to draw, and I could just leave it playing. Huh. Oh, are these all visual novels? Huh.
Some of them are visual novels. Some of them are like RPG Maker games.
Yo, they are all gay. We love to see it. No, not tonight. LMAO. Yeah. Tomorrow works for me. At least I think. I don't think I have anything going on that I can think of. I am free until like the 1st of next month and have no real obligations until then. And it makes me very antsy. I no longer have responsibilities because I'm out of class. Yeah. I like not having a bunch of responsibilities, but it also makes me anxious because I need to do things or I'll die.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. I could just... Yeah. I don't... I can't not do things or I'll disintegrate into dust, Moss. You don't understand. Until it's not, and then you lose. Yeah. Yep. Because then you're like, I don't have a place to show up. I don't have anything to do. Like, it sucks. I can't wait to get my driver's license. Then I'll be free. Okay, I'm gonna end stream now.
Uh-huh.
Freedom. Goodbye.
Goodbye.